from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscared will pass. When we are poised the wind of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory. We score might and wrong. Oh God, protect us from dying in pitfall. Guide all our movements lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resolute face, to make this kind a land of righteousness. All hail Biafra.
Without money for one day in his life. The only thing he had going for him was that he was close to the dead Buhari. He was one of the cabal that made sure that Abba Kyari succeeded the dead Buhari. That is all. So he's a holder of their secret. He went to the central bank, collected $400 million. These are the people that Nigerian Union of Journalists named the building after him. Don't blame them. They are in darkness. That is their name. Nigeria, Niger people in darkness. The zoo is a failed state where somebody will go and sign a deal with China, effectively saying, China, come and colonize me, or I'm here, come and take me. Zoo, animals. The zoo is a failed state, completely failed state. And people talk about corruption. You don't know what is going on in the zoo, do you? You have no idea. Nigeria, the zoo, the biggest zoo in the whole world, constructed by the British and built for idiots, built for animals who answer Nigerians, people who cannot reason, people who cannot reason. Their Attorney General, this was the idiot that proscribed IPOB. People don't know the reason why they prescribed IPOB. They prescribed IPOB because they don't want you to know what you're supposed to know. Some of the idiots who are amongst you, you Nigerians, you wild beasts, you animals, you have no brain, you know nothing. They corralled you into supporting them. Let's prescribe. Let's tag them terrorists. They wanted to tag IPOB a terrorist group so they can stop our work, so they can diminish us. Do you understand? Do you understand it? Yet the Fulani headsmen, Fulani terrorists are not, Miyeviana is not classified as a terrorist group. That is why sometimes I look at the governors and so-called elders in our land and I laugh at them. How many times has any Fulani man come out to say, make Miyeviana name tag them a terrorist group? How many times? None. Absolutely none. I want to read this headline for you. International transparency groups raised 25 questions for AGF, Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, on oil contracts, OPL 245 contracts. And when I said to the idiots, the fools that call themselves Nika Delta, I said to them, the reason why they want one Nigeria is because of our oil. These are the same people that said to you, an Igbo man wants Biafra because of oil. They are the ones controlling it. Attorney General. What has an Attorney General of a country got to do with oil contract? Only in the zoo. Fulani. Attorney General of a federation. That was the reason why they gave everything to Fulani. Every position in the zoo of importance goes to a Fulani, so they'll be covering up their asses as they move forward. As they loot, they're covering each other. As they're stealing, they're covering each other up. Because you're in darkness, you cannot see. How can you see? Your name is darkness. Britain named you darkness, so you are blind, you cannot see. Where you are in Nigeria or Biafra land tonight, I just want you to go into a darkened room. Turn off the light. Can you see anything? Even if somebody is telling you with infrared that something you say, I can't see it, oh, that is why you cannot see the mask on Aisha's boyfriend's face. You cannot see it. You can't, because you're blind. Britain made you blind. Britain created you blind as a product of a racist construct. You are the product of now listen. 4 civil society groups who have been monitoring OPL, which is oil block, oil contract 245 scandal, have raised 25 questions for Nigeria's Justice Minister Abubakar Malami on the handling of the assets recovered in relation to the oil blocks. They are all stealing. Fulani, criminals, EFCC, NNPC, AGF, Asorok, everywhere. Steal and steal and steal. Loot and loot and loot. Why are Nigerians not coming out on the street to protest? Because they cannot see. They are blind. They are in darkness. Their name is darkness. They cannot see. Because your name will always follow you. That is why they are in darkness. That is why they have remained in darkness, and that is why they will die in darkness, because they are Zoo people, Zoo Nigerians, Nigger people. I'm telling Facebook this, that it is nigger. Nigeria is nigger territory, with full of niggers. I'm saying it over and over again. Do your worst. That thing you want to do, you can't do it. You are mad. You are sick in the brain. You know nothing. Everybody who is working for Facebook, Nigeria should go back to school. You people are not educated enough. Chief Justice of the Federation is a thief. Everybody is a rogue. They are all Fulani. They are stealing. Meanwhile, they are bringing their people to occupy my land in Biafra land, take over my forests and the bushes. And you want me to keep quiet? Are you insane? You want IPOB to be quiet? Fulani will be stealing everything, and in the process, killing people every blessed day, terrorizing people like in southern Kaduna, and then we'll come to Biafra land, take over my land, kill our daughters, rape our mothers, and you expect us to fold our hands and say, oh, we are peaceful, we are a peaceful movement. God punish all of you. That thing that will happen in the next 5 years will happen this year. This year, all that their plans, they will reveal it to the whole world this year. If that plan they have, they will reveal it to the whole world this year. 2020, it will not go past this year. That thing, it must happen this year. It must happen in 2020. If this doesn't go, worse will go. It must happen this year. Because the hypocrisy is too much. This hypocritical garbage is too much. It's too much. They see what is happening. Are you telling me the American ambassador is not in Abuja? Are you telling me the British High Commissioner is not in Abuja? Don't they see the killings going on? Can't the British people see the level of corruption is in APC is 100 times worse than PDP? Can't they see it? Because it is being carried out by their favorites, the Fulani, the idiots of the darkness. The idiots, the blind bats of the darkness itself, Fulani. They know nothing. Their brains are empty. No poet. They have no artist. They have nothing. They produce nothing. They generate nothing. They control everything because of our collective stupidity. All of us, we are stupid. From southern Kaduna to the Atlantic Ocean, we are hopeless. That is why a bunch of idiots, a bunch of cattle raiders will be making our life a misery, and we cannot think about it. Shame on all of you. Shame. You people should thank your God for IPOB. You thank your God for IPOB. And what is happening in the zoo? Do you know that Niger Republic, do you know what is happening in Niger Republic? I told you before that Nigeria is the same. You are doubting me. Now let me read this headline for you. Niger Republic citizen nominated as a non-career ambassador by President Buhari after claiming to be from Jigawa State. A few months ago, I told you people here in your stupidity, you Nigerians, you foolish. I've run out of adjectives to describe you people. You people are just, you are the lowest of the low. I told you here on air that there is no border checks, no border control in the north. Anybody can walk in from Niger Republic and claim citizenship or from Northern Cameroon. I told you that here. Some people said, no, he's trying to bring division. Has it not happened? To the extent that they are now nominating somebody who is not a Zoo citizen to become the ambassador. See how foolish they are. Meanwhile, in the south, you have people policing our borders in the south. You have them finally policing our borders, but in their own north, the borders. I can't understand the average zoo animal. How does it mean you people do not see these things? Does it mean you don't reason? Does it mean your brain does not function properly? Hi, Chineke. What type of people are they? Anyway, sorry, your name is darkness. You people are darkness. You cannot see. You are blind, all of you. They are now nominating Niger Republic citizen as your ambassador. You people are really, really stupid, honestly speaking. The name is Ahamadu Haruna is a lawmaker and member of the Convention Democratique et Sociale, which is a democratic party in the Republic of Niger, in the Republic of Niger. Is coming to be your ambassador, nominated as ambassador for the zoo. Do you see how Fulani have reduced governance to it's not just a joke, it's something beneath a joke. The incompetence of Fulani is there for all to see. You can see the administration, you can see them, they run everything. You can see how incompetent they are. You can see how kleptomaniacal they are. You can see they are thieves. They are thieves. You don't want to learn. They are warmongers. They are killers and they are murderers and they are rapists. You see all these things, yet you are blind.
People, they are frustrated. Graduates doing alabaru, riding Okada. They are not supposed to be there. At the end of the day, no job, nothing. There is any bottled water, hold up. Guy carry them, put it there inside Black Maria. They take them to Greek. Is that where it's supposed to be?
Yes. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching me from, and the great people of Biafra all over the world. I greet you, I salute you, and I greet you, the great people of Africa. Wherever you are watching me, freedom lovers all over the world, I welcome you to this program. Of course, you have heard from the voice of thunder, you have heard from the voice of the prophet, and you can see as well how it is happening. Everything that he taught us, everything that he said to us, all of them, they are unfolding, they are happening. Of course, you have seen the zoo, the shape of the zoo, you know. So the reason why I actually brought this video, there was a particular place he said that the only thing the zoo want is to make us a terrorist. Once they make us a terrorist, so that they know that they are, because they are scared of this movement. They are scared of this new Biafra movement. They are scared. They were not even as scared in 1967. That is the reason why they are going to extra length, any mile, to make sure that they proscribe IPOB. To the extent of giving us a fake prescription in that zoo called Nigeria. The reason why they will give you a fake prescription is because they want to stop you at all cost. They want to stop you at all cost. That is the exact reason why they wouldn't mind, but they will want to prescribe you at any time. Because they know that IPOB, this IPOB led by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, there is, it has no order. It is none like order. That is the reason why you find so many people, even from our side, our people themselves, that we supposed to, that we are supposed to, be promoting the same thing. They are jealous of this movement. They are jealous of this IPOB. Because number one, they do not know what IPOB signifies. And I am going to tell you exactly what is IPOB. IPOB is Indigenous People of Biafra, under the umbrella and the leadership and the command of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If you are to be a member of IPOB, you must know that you are under a chain of command. Because that chain of command is what scares the zoo. That chain of command is what makes the zoo panic whenever they hear IPOB, because it is from one central command, which means we are disciplined more than any army in the world. That is IPOB Central Command. And that is the reason why there is difference between we are Biafrans and we are IPOB. There is difference between Biafrans and IPOB. IPOB is these people who dedicated everything, every energy to make sure that the actualization of Biafra or restoration of Biafra is in progress, to make sure that we achieve our freedom, to make sure that we achieve our relevance in the world. That is IPOB. Biafra are the people. Biafrans are the people who are entitled, you are entitled to join this force called IPOB. You are entitled to join this force called IPOB. And you don't have right to use this IPOB to commit fraud. You do not have right to use this IPOB to kill. You do not have right to use this IPOB to do any manner of, atrocity. Because IPOB, when you want to be a good, member or a good follower of IPOB, we call you our own. when you want to be in IPOB and you decide to be doing everything, different from the command chain of this IPOB, we disown you. And when we disown you, you will know that you are disowned. I hear a lot of questions today, the autopilot infiltrators asking some questions, which I am going to bring to your screen. Asking some funny questions, which so many gullible people out there might think that this question that they are asking makes a lot of sense. But I am going to tell you, and I am going to show you the reason why I see no sense in those questions those criminal infiltrators were asking. I am going to tell you, and I am going to tell you the reason why they were asking this question. Because they know. Nankita dieli yonya mwanya. Have you ever seen a dog eating something that belonged to, somebody that is awake, or something that belonged to a lion? You will never see that happening. And because they are the dogs who want to eat from where they did not sow, from where, the owner is still wide awake. That is the reason why we stand to correct them. We stand to, educate them. We stand to educate their ignorance. We stand to educate their stereotype. We stand to condemn their stereotype. Because these are the reason why. If you look at some people, it is true that there is something we cannot take away from our people. There is something called ethnicity stereotype. It is in everybody. It is every state in Nigeria. Ethnicity stereotype. And that ethnicity stereotype is the setback we have in that zoo country. And it is because of that ethnicity stereotype. That is the reason why they're still dividing and ruling us. When we talk about this ethnicity stereotype, we are not talking about ethnicity division. Because I know that so many of our people, you will see, something, you will turn it upside down. When I talk about ethnicity stereotype, that is the reason why you find some people knowing exactly what we are doing and knowing exactly the direction we are fighting and the formation we are using towards this struggle, they will still bring their own agenda into the struggle, still claiming that they are with us in this struggle. If we say one central command, they will tell you 3 central commands or 3 different commands, rather. If we say if we say stop, they will tell you move. This is the reason why the command and control is the highest weapon, the greatest weapon that we have towards this movement, in this movement of restoration of in the land of Elohim in the face of the earth. It is that command and control. That is what makes this movement a divine movement. You cannot wake up those who were followers of Jesus Christ or Yeshua, as you may know it. You cannot wake up one morning and say, because Yeshua is no longer there, the command he left behind, we can no longer follow it, or we can no longer walk according to his command. The 10 commandments that we hear about, the people who wrote that 10 commandments, they are no longer in existence, but they made that command knowing that it is something that will help humanity and mankind. And you will find somebody tomorrow, they will come out to tell you, we have abolished this law, we have abolished command and control, now we need to do it, bring it and call it a different name, ESN command, no longer command and control. So many of you look at it, you call yourself IPOB, or rather you call yourself a lover of freedom. Even if you are not a member of IPOB, you call yourself a lover of freedom. You look at all this shenanigans, you don't know where you belong. you are not a lover of freedom. When you want to become a bona fide lover of freedom, you should be able to detect when somebody is with you, wholeheartedly, and when somebody is with you. That is exactly what you must understand. And when you are into, if we are going to give that example in a business, there are people who comes around you. There are people who comes around you for only what they are going to benefit. Or let's take it away from business in general life, in general term. People who come around you only look for what they are going to benefit from you, not what they are going to release into your life. And because they want to benefit something from you, not to impact anything into your life, they will be more constructive. They will even act like they are the person who love you the most. When you call them, they tell you, oh, where are you? Do you need help? You wouldn't even ask them. They will tell you, do you need help? They are constructively following you until they get to that point where they are going to grab. They will grab it, disappear. Hit and run. That's the type of people they are. And in this IPOB, we have hit and run people in this IPOB. And that is the reason why we are making every effort and every plan to sensitize and sanitize this IPOB. Because people, when they ask you, is IPOB a LLC or is IPOB a franchise or a business or this and that, by the time I am done here tonight, you will be able to tell that person a very, very important lesson. All you need is to pay very good attention, because I am going to answer that question. I am going to answer that question because those questions are the one question that is, confusing a lot of Biafrans. One question that confuses a lot of people who are out there who does not know what is going on. A lot of people who are passerby, they don't know what is going on. They just see that there is a shenanigan, there is a confusion. They decide to listen to where it is more, I don't know what will I call it, where it is spiced up. They like a spiced up things. We are not here in IPOB to spice things up. We are not here in IPOB to act like we can when we cannot. When we tell you we can, we can. When we tell you we cannot, we cannot. When we tell you move, you should move, knowing that we are leading you into a promised land. That is the reason why Mazen Namde can tell you discipline is the reason why, indiscipline rather, it was the reason why we did not win that war from 1967. Indiscipline. And this indiscipline is because of this, what I call ethnicity stereotype. You cannot make away with ethnicity stereotype. And when I tell you about your ethnicity stereotype, if you feel bad, you start correcting it in this your current generation. In this your current generation. Ethnicity stereotype is like a jimarande in a common, culture or common omenana or something like that. It doesn't have anything to do with their ordinana. It is something that is in their common culture or their lifestyle being passed through generation to generation. Then the people are practicing that type of lifestyle. Even that lifestyle is not, suitable to the next state. The other lifestyle of that state is not suitable to another state, which is making us to be divided all the time. Ethnicity stereotype. They tell you one, ịnụkwa nwaanyị ma ọ ga-emekwa gị nke a. They tell you that ndị aba na-atakwa anụ mmadụ. They tell you, these are ethnicity stereotype. And in this ethnicity stereotype, if you know that there is something wrong, the reason why they are calling you that name, you need to actually start correcting it, because we cannot act as if it's not there, but it is there. If we start believing, no, this ethnicity stereotype is not there, it doesn't exist, we must sweep it under the carpet, it will still keep haunting us, because that is the reason why they are dividing us. There are some states which believe that they know better than others. There are some states which believe that they are more cunning than others. There are some states which are believers. These people I call believers. They believe in themselves. They don't believe in any other thing you say. Once they say that we are going to this place, once they channel their energy on this phone, they rather die with this phone. You can never tell them different. Those are the stereotype that is, believers. We call them believers. That is exactly the real thing the enemy is using to manipulate and win us every time. Except we work against this ethnicity stereotype. Don't act like you don't have it. Every state in let me put it this way. Let me remove this Nigeria thing, because we are not talking Nigeria right now. We are talking our own old Eastern region. Every of them, we have something called ethnicity stereotype, which is ajoifendo boda ejimalundo boda. Let me put it that way. Ajoife bad thing where they use know you. That is exactly what is ethnicity stereotype. Because in this thing, that is exactly what we are finding in this IPOB today. Instead of you being, in a situation where you need to make a decision, in a situation where you need to make a decision that will favor you, now you become more timid. You think about the way you used to do it. You think about the way, Okeke did it. Okeke did not marry Nwanyimo because Nwanyimo na Agbanezi. Okeke did not marry Nwanyị Anambra because Nwanyị Anambra is bossy, or Nwanyị Nnewi is bossy. Okeke did not marry Nwanyị Bini because Umu Bini na-eje Italy. All these things, there is something, if we talk about that stereotypism in our ethnic groups, these traditional leaders supposed to start working on it. Religious leaders supposed to start working on it. Another way of unification. We introduce something that will make you, if you are indeed Nwanyimo, you are indeed Nwanyimo, you can even introduce omenana that will be able to curb, if it is indeed like that will curb it. And another law that will say anybody that say na Nwanyimo na Agbanezi will pay a fine like this. Because we can't pretend as if it's not there. It is there. Why did I touch on this? The reason why I touched on this is because these people that are in autopilot today, these people you see in autopilot today, what they do, especially the gang leader of this autopilot, call it Berima in Finland, his primary problem is generational problem. His problem is generational problem, which is called ethnicity stereotype. In that regard, we know people of that area. We call them, those who believe that they know something, but they are not, they don't know. They believe they know, but they do not know. And that tradition is the same thing that is haunting a lot of them. You will come into a market where you do not know how this market is rolled. You will want to, act like you know. Even when you are sinking in business, you are acting like you know because you think you know better than others. Instead of acting, bringing yourself down and ask questions, because there is a saying that says when a chicken comes in a place where it does not know, it stands with one leg. And learn. It does not mean that he cannot, do jiggy jiggy, but he will learn so that he does not make a mistake or defile the law of that place. That is the reason why Christ himself, the one you people claim everywhere, himself, he said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to Christ what belongs to Christ. That means if you go to America, you respect the law of America. That is the meaning of that metaphor. You go to Asia, you respect the law of Asian people. Even if their law says that every morning when you go, you must kneel down in the rubber for 2 minutes. You must do it. You are in their land. You are in their land. But not when you come to people's land. You will tell them that your culture said or your inner self said. You do your culture inside that your space in your home. You discharge your lifestyle there. When you go out there you respect the law of the land. Very, very important. That is welunke Caesar nye Caesar, welunke Chukwu nye Chukwu. That is the reason why I am telling you, you cannot come into a country and decide to change the law of the country, because the law does not favor your ordinana or your culture. No. When you get to that country, practice your own culture, your own way in your private space. Respect the law of and their culture, because that's what makes them great. That is what makes them great. The reason why we were destroyed, we were destroyed as a black nation is simply because we allow them to come in instead of respecting whom we are, respecting our culture, respecting our tradition. They destroy and abolish our tradition, impose their own tradition on us. That is exactly what it is. When they impose their own tradition on us, we begin to now see their tradition as a good thing. We start seeing their tradition as a good thing. Roman Catholic, yes, but the same Alfonso you claim they brought to you say, do not bow down to any graven image. You still go to Roman Catholic, you bow down, you do Kobe, you even kiss the cross. Because you are rebellious. You are rebellious. You trust in man instead of trusting in Chukwu Okike Abiama, who gave you your own ways. That is the reason why we Africans are seen as inferior. They are seen as superior. And that is how it is. The rise of white supremacy. For you to rise, you must be able to abolish something that was there before you arrive in order to implement your own, so that you will become superior in that position or in that regard. That is exactly what is happening, especially in our land. So now, when autopilot came into the struggle, when IDUU came into the struggle, because these are just, very, very organized criminals. They are syndicates. These syndicates, they are very, very organized in their sabotage. They are very, very organized in their maneuver. They are very, very organized in their colonialism, because they have come knowing that the only way they are going to destroy this struggle is being able to destroy the tradition of this struggle, which is command and control. And that is exactly the reason why you see such something like this. Let me see if I will see something like this, happening, because they know exactly the reason why they have appeared in this struggle. Because for you to be great in a particular place you need to change something. You need to change what they know. You need to change what they respect. Give them something that is from you that they must be respecting. In order for you to take care of them, then they become your subject. They become automatically your subject. That is what is going on in this struggle today. All those shenanigans. Remember, you need to destroy what is keeping them together, what is keeping them strong. You must destroy it. Bring implementation that will be able to teach them ethnicity stereotype. That is how they destroyed us. We don't know what is ethnicity stereotype until divide and rule strategy was implemented. Now we begin to learn, survivals. You need to find a way to pour brain to survive. Then you are creating evil, hashing evil in your own ways, hashing evil. The other one will be there hashing their own evil. And by the time you know it, it becomes the ethnicity tradition, ethnic tradition. That's what you will see. It becomes. Then now this person will not like that one. That one will not like this one. This one will not like that one. At the end of the day, come clashing. There will be no peace in a society. There will be no peace in a society. Divide and rule strategy. You must destroy what you found there, implement a new one, give that new one a name, that you may be the leader of that new one, because you cannot be a leader of something you did not implement. Colonial strategy. That was how they got to us. And that was how we lost the war. War of intelligence. War of intelligence. It is called a very, very cold war of intelligence. No, they might not shoot an arrow or any bullet, but they still win the war, make you their slaves. You call them your master because you allow them to call inferior what they found with you, and they show you theirs and call it superior. You agree with them. You become subject to them. You are subjected to them. Until now, you decide to come back. No, I can no longer accept this. This was not there before you came. Therefore, I will call a spade a spade. I do not want anything that you are bringing to me. Rather, let me go back there and suffer with the one I have. And then I will be able to, while suffering with it, I will have the brain in order to innovate something that will refine or revamp what I used to have, in order to be to be favoring the place. After you must have suffered for a while, because you will suffer for a while before you discover yourself. That is what is going on. Ethnicity stereotype is there. We cannot run away from it. Ethnicity stereotype, the way we run away from it is because we don't discuss it. The reason why we run away from it, when we engage in such thing, we call it ethnicity division. There are people, when you call them out for war, they will be hiding. They will be telling you, be in front, they will be at the back. You are worthy to die first, because they believe that it is their brain that built Tom Bridge. That is how it is. Exactly the same way it is. Unless we say, we begin to work, on this ethnicity stereotype. Njimarande. Njimarande, but it is not your ordinana. What you learn, what you believe, that it will be the only thing that will protect you and your family. You start discharging it. When it becomes 1 year, it becomes omenana. So that is the evil thing that our people are doing. When you look at some path, they call them Wawa, they call them Abuenu, they call them Iza, they call them, the different names. That name signifies your stereotype. They tell you Anambra people, they are good with Ogwego. They are good with money ritual. They tell you Enugu people, they are good with the, what do they call it? What do you call it? They say that Enugu people, they can tell you that they are ungrateful people. They tell you that Ebonyi State, they are believers. They are believers. They believe that they are wiser than everything. And you cannot tell them different from what they believe. So all these things, we need to work on them. We must work on them because it is implementation of somebody. It is implementation of somebody. Somebody implemented it. And today, that thing they implemented, which is the curse that have lasted for 1 year, or the evil that have lasted for 1 year, and now you call it tradition on Jimarande culture. And it is called stereotype. We need to work on that. Because Anambra will not accept that they have this stereotype. Ebonyi will not accept that they have this stereotype. Cross River will not accept they have this stereotype. Akwa Ibom, they will not accept that they have this stereotype. Igodomigodo, they will not accept they have this stereotype. That is always the problem of our people. Unless we learn how to navigate through this stereotype, we will not be able to thrive together as a nation. And that stereotype is what they have brought into the struggle. And they brought it with a refined approach of, white, supremacy way. The ways that white supremacy rose above Africa. That's how they are implementing what they are implementing in IPOB today. Now, that is the reason why you see a video like this.
Masob had never issued to stop
my conversation. Basically, the bottom line, I told China Samoru that I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. So, and he asked me, what does that mean? I say, I cannot tell you exactly what it means, but I know I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. When the people of Biafra reject DOS, it means the spirit of Biafra has rejected DOS. And he asked me, how possible? How do I know? I said, I don't know, but this is what I am seeing. This is something that is going to happen. And I want us to find a solution to figure out what we need to do. I was on the phone with Chinasa for hours. I told Chinasa, this is exactly how it's going to happen. And then when it happens, our people will be kind of hopeless. They wouldn't know where to turn to. We need some kind of structure. And then Chinasa asked,
they need some kind of structure because they know that the only way they will be able to penetrate, remember, it will take you 1 trillion years to penetrate. The only way they will be able to penetrate is to dissolve the current structure and build a new structure. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. And they want to challenge Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because a lot of them believe that they can. The only way you could do it, destroy the old structure, build a new structure. That is the reason why she started with, motivation, she built a motivational background. I see people of Biafra rejecting DOS. Now, after seeing people of Biafra rejecting DOS, we need some kind of structure. Knowing that whom you are talking about and the DOS you are talking about is a structure. So because you need some kind of structure, you have to destroy the DOS structure, so that it will not be the one that, because once you implement this structure, it is led by Nelly. It is implemented by Nelly. Therefore, it is being controlled by Nelly. Whether Onyendu comes out or not, Nelly is the one who implemented this structure. Even Chuku and Mpuana, Chuku and Mpuana will know it was built by Nelly. God in heaven and the God of earth, will know that it is built by Nelly. And you cannot challenge it, because that is what that was what she was able to achieve. That was the reason why they made that first move. That was the smartest move. And that is the reason why you find some comrade telling you that you should actually be thankful to China Sanworu and Chike Doziem. That is exactly why they always tell you, be thankful and grateful to these people. Because if not these people, I don't think by now we will see IPO be under command and control, where we are going to stand upon fighting this zoo. We will not see any. Rather, we will see a political caricature. That was exactly the plan. You must destroy the current structure to build a new one that you will introduce. Remember, it is your initiative. You drew the map. Therefore, you are the one who is going to lead that map that you have drawn. Without you, no one will be able to lead that map, because it is your initiative. It is something that you imagined. It is imaginative. It is not something that is on the public domain. It is what you have. Your own implementation. No one will do it better than you. That was the reason why they call for structural change. Let us listen. We are going somewhere.
So what do you suggest? What do we do? I said, since you're in charge of the ESN, and since we know that Chukwuokike has rejected DOS, because I told him, I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. It doesn't matter how much he denies, it's going to happen. It's already happening. I told Chinas that what we can do is to try to figure out, maybe we can try, instead of saying DOS, we can change from DOS command to ESN command.
Now, what does the name have? What has the name to do with what we are fighting for? The name that was given to you by a divine mandated man, Onyenduma Nnamdi Kanu, is now going to be rejected. But the one given to you by Jezebel, Delilah, that cut Samson's hair and makes Samson ordinary man, and makes Samson a coward, is the same man, is the same person who comes to tell you, let's destroy the one that was coming from this mandated leader, and bring the one that belongs to a harlot. When you bring the one that belongs to a scarlet woman, a harlot, you implement it, which means you have brought in Melometo into the struggle, which is the one that is going to destroy the struggle. Within a twinkle of an eye, everywhere will be divided. That was the initiative. That was the plan. But we are all going to be thankful to this DOS, especially China Sanworu and Chike Doziem. But those of you who are still blind and are not able to see exactly what is going on, you are going to see it in no time. In due time, you are going to see it. But before then, I want you to understand now, For you to know the strongest thing that keeps IPOB together, that will not allow you to destroy this struggle, is something that she will want you to scrap out. Now, I want you to listen. Let me draw it back so that you will get the background of it and you get what I am telling you. I am going to remind you when she speaks it.
Maybe we can try, instead of saying DOS, we can change from DOS command to ESN command. And he asked me, I said, since you're able to speak to the people, and then as long as ESN is concerned from this side in the diaspora in DOS, you are the one in charge. So maybe from there, we can start there to address the people. But definitely, that DOS has been rejected because there's a demonic hold on DOS. I said there are people who has done real terrible things in DOS, and that's why Elohim have rejected DOS. And then we have to do something real quickly, because we don't want our people to be like people wandering in the wilderness without direction. I said our people have so much faith in DOS because our leader, Mazin Nandekanu, told us that DOS is the administrative structure. That's the head that we see.
Administrative structure. You want to destroy it. Mazen Namdekanu told us. But you, as a harlot from nowhere, want to come and destroy it. Let us see. All the great men who was destroyed by a harlot. Let us see.
I say that what I see that is going to happen is going to be very terrible. At a point, people will no longer listen to the EOS. They wouldn't want to hear the EOS anymore. I say we can do something. You can announce that you are no longer in DOS command and control to ES.
You will announce that we are no longer in the DOS command and control to ESN. Are you paying attention? This is exactly where I want you to just pick up today in this regard. For you to understand the battle that we are embarking. What we are embarking right now is not a baby battle. It is a battle of diplomacy. It is a battle of diplomacy. They want to bring proxy war into the struggle that they may be able to destroy the struggle. That's exactly what they want to do. That is exactly what they want to do. If they are able to destroy that structure, destroy that thing that made the structure standing strong, which is command and control. She called it DOS command and control. We stop using DOS command and control to now ESN. When the plan failed, they run out there to look for the relative of people who are in ESN. They now call those ESN, especially the ones from Ebonyi State, the believers, the ones that are believers. They call them, they donated money, they use it to bribe some of them. Remember that as you are an individual now, you come to people like that. You come to people like that who are devotees. They don't know, just like the way they came to our media warriors, buy them studio, pay them their house rent, give them data, give them one or two things that they never expected from anybody. And from them, they give them topic to start preaching. The same way they went everywhere. They went from the highest command. They failed. They came to DOS. After going to the highest command, they failed. They say, now, this is the only man. If we take him out, we are going, the other people will not offend Kupu. That's what they call China Sanhoro and Chike Doziem, that they are Ndofen Kupu. Now they sold the main man, sold him out, took him out of the picture according to them. They now want to penetrate, to destroy what he left behind, that keep this IPOB strong and moving. They approach China Sanhoro. Now, when they approached him, they now indirectly show China Sanhoro their next plan. Change DOS, the structural damage, after destroying the structure. Now, the structure they will implement is on their, control. Now, they will now tell you this structure now is the one controlling ESN. This same structure is the one controlling IPOB as a great family, central command. There is no longer coming from, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason why she said, let's stop using DOS command and control. DOS command and control. That is the reason why when you called off sit at home, when the command and control called off sit at home, they want to counter that command and control because they are looking for a way to take out that command and control and have it for themselves. That is exactly what they did. It failed. They did a plan B. A plan B is that since from the commander of ESN, who is going, the reason why Oyibo people created so many of kings, they call it autonomous Igwe. They created them. That is divide. You are able to control this group of people. This one is able to control this group of people. Now we give you a topic that you are going to use to lead this group of people, that after a year or two, this group of people, it will become a norm to them. It becomes a norm to them. Then after being a norm to them, now you will use them because you have instilled some knowledge in them. The knowledge that will enable them to carry out your assignment, because they might not know what you are instilling in them, that you are instilling in them, just like terrorists, when they are vulnerable. When you pick up people from the street, vulnerable, you start now reforming them, giving them education, telling them that, do you know that it is only people who kill people that will go to heaven? Keep telling them this. After a while, it sinks into their brain. It becomes their norm. That is the reason why when they are killing, they don't look back, because they were reformed. The real structure God created them with, the real humanity God created them with, they took it out from them with motivation, with motivational speaking. That is how dangerous motivational speaking is. It works both ways. So now, when they could not, deceive the main structure that controls everything, they now go to another thing, something you love so much, ESN. They now bring in this thing called, now when if we are able to find one camp of ESN, if we are able to locate one camp of ESN, have our ally there, we can now maybe give them maybe 10 million to share amongst the people whom he is working with. When they share it, they will be loyal to whoever that will give them that money. They will become loyal. Those cabals that they are going to build that will share this money, they will become loyal to the people who are producing that money. Forgetting whom they representing, forgetting what they are, the oath that they have taken. Those is how this thing happened, because they know they cannot start, they will not be able to start afresh to get themselves people, because they are nobody. They make sure that they stole IPOB money. They stole those money that belongs to ESN. Make you suffer, make you that money not to reach ESN on time, so that they will be the first to go there, to go and tell ESN, these people, they have stolen your money. Now we have come to rescue you. With some cabals that they must have called into the ESN. We are here to rescue you. We will make sure that everything from this cabal inside them, make sure that everything they want, you give them double. That is how people sell their conscience. That is how people sell their conscience. They sold their conscience because they have seen some million. They now rebel. People in the likes of, the ones that they must have fallen, they rebel from their initial command. They now have a new commander. Now the new commander will tell them, pull out of the camp. You are no longer there with the, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's DOS. Pull out of the camp. If you pull out of the camp, friends out there, recruit them. If you recruit those people out there, Now we will give you the next tax. Don't worry about money or mobility. We are going to make those things available for you. When it is finished, we are going to donate fund. We have these people in our shackle. That's how they did. And they tell you they have rescued ESN. This is how evil these people are. They pick up few of them, give them money. When they give them money, they now form their own cabal. When ESN now notice, ESN will now rise up against this cabal because they know the people who are still genuine will know that this is not what we are here for. It's either you people, move away from this place, and we don't want to see you again. Anywhere we see you again, we are going to kill you. When they move away, you think that they have, stopped everything they are doing. You don't know that that is when they have gotten a license to be now independent criminals. Independent criminals. And that is what happened. That is the reason why when you see this Eberima in Finland today, he will be acting as if he have men on the ground. He have men on the ground. People with no initiative. They do not have what is called natural initiative from them. They must cleave unto somebody in order to use the glory of that person to shine. Believing that they are wise. Ethnicity stereotype. That's where it clicks in. Believers. They believe that they are wise, trying to use my own shine to shine. Because they know they will never shine if they don't use my own shine. But they will never give me that respect that to show that I am shining through you, or my shine comes from you. They will not realize it, because these are very, very selfish set of people. Those are the people that is called believers. Everything that is, it is all about them. Everything that is they do is the best. They don't take advice. They don't take advice. If they see you as somebody who is making things happen, they don't know how you are making this thing happen, or the origin or the history of what you are making to happen. They will believe in you immediately. Once they believe in you, they can even die believing in you, as long as something is coming out. Something is coming out. You are the one bringing the dough. You have opened their eyes to these sneaky ways. They believe in you. But they will never believe in somebody who will show them a way of, freedom or any good ways. They will never believe in good things. They always make that mistake to trust in the wrong people. And at the end of the day, they end up regretting it. Now, that is the reason why when they were not, when they were able to pick up one or two, recruit them, they recruit each other. They recruited each other. Now they tell you, make video. That is the reason why you see so many video of ESN all over the place. So many video. Some of them will be in their camp. When an event is taking place, they will make video showing people's face, showing things that they are not supposed to show, showing people's face. That was how the video came in online the last time, because they want to sabotage these ones before they move away from the camp. Because you don't agree with me, you don't need to be there, because if you are there, let us sabotage you first before we leave. That's how you saw the video of ESN that time showing their face. Now, another thing they did was they now make these people, when the one of a child surfaced, they now start sharing it. They are the ones who brought it inside the media, autopilot. They started sharing it in the name of we are in control. In the name of we are in control of ESN. Remember, from DOS command and control to ESN command, found by Nelly, piloted by Eberima in Finland. That was the plan. Now, let me bring to you the main thing that I want to show you. Let me show you. I want you to listen.
Then you are also watching through the Enter Biafra channel 1. I want to give a special shout out and thanks to every group that is fighting
I
for Biafra.
want you to see what is going on here. I want you to see what is going on here. Let me show you what is going on here. Oh, that video. Because this Eberima you see now, he believed that, the only reason why so many of you believe in him, because you believe he is the one in charge of ESN. He is the one in charge of ESN. But you are going to find out what he is in charge of today. If, what they are in charge of for him, actually, because he does not know any of this. He is just a media presenter. He is a media leader. He is only the media leader. Okay, let me not bring this video. Actually, let me not bring this video that I want to bring. Let us pick it up from here. Let us pick it up from here. I want you to pay attention to what he is saying right now. Pay very, very good attention to what he is saying right now. He wants to recognize, whether you are a criminal or whether you want to recognize all of them, to act like, he knows them. And, to couple with some of the small group of criminals that is, giving small money, ESM money, that they have stolen and they are still stealing in the name of fundraising. Listen to this and listen attentively.
Restoration in their different. To this special broadcast today, you are listening to social media. I am Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, and by the special grace of God.
Did you see where he started? He is a Berima. He is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. And by the special grace of God, let's see where he is going. Why he placed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple first, before he say what he wanted to say. Pay very good attention.
The spiritual sun on Biafra, liberation and restoration. This evening, I want to give a special shout out and thanks to every group that is fighting for Biafra restoration in their different ways. I want to give a shout out especially to our Eastern Security Network.
You want to give a shout out to people in their different group who is making everything possible. I want you to write it down. Write this place down so that when he will make his statement, you will now bring it together here. The reason why he want to give special thanks. First of all, he started with the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu disciple. Then he started giving special thanks to criminals and to special thanks to, the names that he mentions here, I don't know where they come from. Listen.
I want to give a special thanks, a special shout out to our M branch of the Eastern Security Network.
To his M branch of Eastern Security Network, he want to give a special thanks to them. Remember, I told you how he cloned in the ESN you are donating money for. Some of these few people they were able to deceive, to pull out. To pull out. That is whom you are donating money for. Now, he want to, first of all, start with ESN. Remember the reason why he say he's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, so that after special thanks, you will believe that everything is locked in, connected with. Let us listen.
I want to give a special thanks and appreciation to every armed group that is fighting for Biafra. I want to give a special thanks to BNG. I want to give a special thanks to the Biafra National League. And I want to give a special thanks to those groups that has been making their impact in different ways. Both those that call themselves Ekumeku, both those that call themselves Vampire, those that call themselves Avengers, Egbesu, whichever you call yourself, and you are out to make sure that the injustice and the freedom of our people is secured.
Thank you very much for that. The reason why he is giving thanks to all these people that you are seeing right now, the reason is because he want to use, he said he gave thanks to all of them, including the ones that are called unknown gunmen, including the ones that are called, his M branch, which is unknown gunmen also he's talking about. He now, first of all, say it is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. Now call Eastern Security. Call the one he called, because he's the one who only knows all those groups that he is calling. He mentioned them. And another reason he is mentioning all these things does not mean that he controlled them. It does not mean that he controlled them. The reason why he mentioned them is to make it look like as if ESN, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, unknown gunmen are the same. That is the reason why he is giving special thanks to them. That is the reason why he is giving special thanks to them. If he wanted to give special thanks to them, why does he have to mention Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's name as their disciple? And now he start mentioning ESN again. Then he start calling those people. You never give the, at least if you as a Biafran or IPOB, if you want to give thanks to people, you give thanks to people who are under your command, who are at your command. You give thanks to them. Every other group that is doing what they are doing, we don't need to bring them inside what we are doing. If you want to appreciate them off air, appreciate them somewhere else. Don't make it look as if they are under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or under command of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because that is what you are trying to create now. That is exactly the initiative, the image you are trying to build on right now. You want to appreciate them. How many times since the leader you call that you are his disciple ever called out these people, if you even know the name of any of them? How many times has he ever come online and say he want to appreciate these people, that people, these people? How many times? But you say you are a disciple and you are appreciating them, claiming that you are under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, just because you want to build the initiative that that IPOB is unknown gunmen. That's what you are building here. And I am here to tell the whole world that this man, this guy you see in front of my screen here is an infiltrator in IPOB, which is being used by some women in America to be their media presenter. He is just a media presenter to them. Those women are on the ground convincing the ones they have to convince, building up the ones they have to build. You know, after that, they will present to this, their media presenter. The media presenter will now announce it. Because they know the atrocities that they are committing. Some of them are faceless in the social media. They don't show their face. Mainly the spokesperson, the one who take information from the boss, the main control from the main leader. He take information from them, pass to their boy in the media, which is Berima in Finland. It does not matter. They will tell him, take all the glory, take all the leadership, take all the love. It doesn't matter. As long as we achieve our goal of destroying IPOB or trying to, proscribe IPOB internationally, so that we are going to start promoting IDUU, because they go in a business. That is exactly their agenda. Because they have already told themselves, if we are able to steal 750, almost $1 million, and we are still kicking, we are still up and running, no one has done anything. They go in a business. We cannot back down in this business. That is exactly what they plan. But what destroyed them was because they want to destroy a holy and a hallowed movement in order to build their own movement. Like I said from the beginning of this program, that IPOB stands for Indigenous People of Biafra, under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I hope you are paying attention, because you might say it is not a one-man's business. It is a family business. IPOB family. It is a family business. Now, let me clarify it. If you are chasing for Biafra, not under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you are welcome as long as you are doing it on your own. If you have go contrary to the law, you answer your crime by yourself, not bringing your crime into IPOB, because we IPOBs, we are disciplined and we know what to do to bring freedom to our people. That's what we are doing. And when we are preaching our gospel, no matter how much we are discharging the energy, no matter how much, the message is moving us, we preach things that will not bring us on the other side of the law. That's what we preach. And that is the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu does not have any case to answer. Because everything he preached, there is no way it has, indicted him. It has never brought him to the other side of the law, except the zoo law. The Banana Republic you see as a Nigeria, who does not understand the freedom of speech, freedom of expression, they don't understand it. And we know that there are people like you who are believers. You don't understand what it takes. You do not understand what it takes to do something, but you believe that I have heard he was saying this, he was saying that. Maybe during NSAS protest, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was telling people, please, don't allow them to kill you. Go into the bushes. Don't allow them to kill you. And they allow them to kill them. They were standing there, they opened fire and killed them like animals. Did that not, justify the call and lamentation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? You pick it up from there, and now you are preaching as if you are preaching like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. On what context are you preaching like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? That is what question that I am also asking you. What context? On what ground? What is the occasion? Because there is occasion that will warrant you to preach the way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu preaches. which you don't understand the way he preaches. That is the reason why, since you people cannot penetrate ESN, since you people cannot change DOS to ESN of your own, then now let us now bring a way to destroy these people in the outside world, because we have tried to destroy them from inside. They are indestructible from the inside. Now let us now present to the world what they are not. But you are forgetting that intelligent people are watching you. That is the only problem that you always have. We are watching you. You are recognizing Ekumeku. You are recognizing Vampire. You are recognizing Biafra National Guard. You are recognizing this. You are recognizing that. At the end of the day, to link them to what, to be IPOB. Now, let us hear what he has to say after recognizing these people. These people, they are not under our chain of command. We cannot recognize them in our platform. If we like what they do individually, we can say hi to them. You can say hi to them, individually. Without saying we are Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's, I am Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. Therefore, let me recognize your non-government. Are you not, are you not in a banku konya wano gama? Ipago nku ufe, ipago pafe oke. Okay. You are crossing the boundary. All these people you mention, if we hear that they do something, they have seen military ravaging villages and they go there to rescue that villages, even if they are not in this struggle, we can individually say, I like what Onongo men did in Enugu State. They did a great job there, because now, because of them, then the military could not destroy and burn down people's houses. You can say it individually, not to come and tell us, leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we now recognize the Onongo men. We now recognize Avengers. We now recognize Etunubo. Who give monkey banana? Who gave monkey banana? That is the sabotage we tell you he has come for. He could not destroy from within, from inside. Now he wants to destroy from the background. He wants to tag us the way Nigeria government tried. They tried to bribe people in our midst, in the likes of Uche Mofo, and all of them will be the OBA. All those people, they want to, just like Nelly, they don't come straight. Because most of these people who, most of these people who defected or who, defaulted in IPOB, they did not approach them directly. They approached them the same through somebody like Nelly Ofebu. The same job Nelly Ofebu is doing is the same way they used to approach these people. By the time they know it, they're already talking, from both sides of their mouth. And by the time they recognize what is going on, they have crossed the Rubicon. And they find themselves on the other side. And when we talk about them, they say we are calling them names. We are not calling you names. You were greedy. You made yourself available because you love gift. Gift that you never ask yourself, what is the intention of this black man giving me this gift? What is his intention giving me this gift? You never ask yourself that. You just digest. When they now give you a topic, you will find out that you will not say no. That is the approach they have used to destroy you. So many of you who defected. Now the Eberima in Finland is now trying to tell us that he is using under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. Now he wants to prove to you that he wants to, try to prove to you that he is, preaching like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. After that, he trying to prove to you by telling you all this rubbish command that is given to you. Now he want to tell you, now he want to appreciate these people. He want to appreciate them on phone. If you have their phone number, why don't you appreciate them on phone? I have told you this from the other day when you are calling our people to go and kill DSS. You were calling everybody in Enugu State to come out there to go and kill any DSS, operatives. And you still call yourself Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. Stop doing this thing you are doing. It will not take you anywhere. Your ethnicity stereotype is destroying you. And that is something that is going to destroy you. Ignorant. The part of your ethnicity stereotype is ignorant. And unless you walk away from that, because that's what is destroying our people, the stereotypism, it is destroying us. And that is the reason why I brought you to the table today. And use it to, to define all your utterances and your engagements. You are now recognizing unknown gunmen, recognizing them as if IPOB deals with unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen, if they do good, they do it for themselves as well, because if they do bad, they do for themselves, but they are not under our command. They are not under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot stand in the platform led by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to recognize a group, tagging it as if that we are working with this group. If you want to recognize them on an occasion, or not personally, make it a personal issue. Don't come and say you are Mazen Nnamdi Kanu disciple, and then you turn back to say you recognize unknown gunmen, as if we are working with unknown gunmen. Are you mad? Are you mad? Is something wrong with you? In the name to please the stupid, gullible audience that you have. And that is the reason why you are doing all those things. Because when you say it, they will believe that you are the one in control of all these people. They will believe you are the one in control of all these people. They don't know that the criminal element you control is just one or three people that you are giving chicken change from the ESM money that you people gathered, and the ones you have stolen, you are giving them chicken change. Now, you believe that when they transport themselves to Enugu, one or two activities there, they transport themselves to Anambra, one or two activities there, then people will start panicking that they are everywhere. They are not nowhere. Now, I want you to see how he started recognizing them. See it.
To this special broadcast today, you are listening to media. I am Simon Ekpa, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, and by the special grace of God, the spiritual son on Biafra, liberation and restoration. This evening,
he is
I
not
want
only
to give
disciple,
a
but
special
spiritual
shout
son.
out and thanks.
He is not only disciple, but spiritual son. So spiritual son now will always act like their father. I want you to understand his methodology, the methodology of this, autopilot as a syndicate. I want you to understand their methodology. He is now from this, disciple, he's now a spiritual son. A spiritual son who takes message from the heart of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the message he took from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's heart is to recognize unknown gunmen. Are you bringing together? Are you bringing it together? Let us continue.
To every group that is fighting for Biafra restoration in their different ways. I want to give a shout out, especially to our Eastern Security Network. I want to give a special thanks, a special shout out.
The reason why he called Eastern Security Network first, so that he will link all of them as people who are doing the same job. Eastern Security Network first, then he called the other unknown gunmen now to link all of them, to tag them and give them the same uniform. That is the psychology there. Are you paying attention? That is the psychology there. Linking them together, calling them in one, in one terms, and bringing them, making you believe that these are the same people engaging in the same activities. Listen.
I want to give a special shout out and thanks to every group that is fighting for Biafra restoration in their different ways. I want to give a shout out especially to our Eastern Security Network. I want to give a special thanks, a special shout out to our M branch of the Eastern Security Network. I want to give a special thanks and appreciation to every armed group that is fighting for Biafra. I want to give a special thanks to BNG. I want to give a special thanks to the Biafra National League. And I want to give a special thanks to those groups that has been making their impact in different ways. Both those that call themselves Ekumeku, both those that call themselves Vampire.
Did you pick up any psychology there? It is for those who are intelligent to pick it up. I am not explaining.
Those that call themselves Avengers, Egbesu, whichever you call yourself, and you are out to make sure that the injustice and the freedom of our people is secured. You may be fighting and having a different approach for get to the freedom of Biafra.
There is somebody who asked me a very, very important question. Even though I know that within you, you believe you ask a stupid question because you are an autopilot. You know, there is a very, very important question I see somebody ask in the comment section, even though they believe they are throwing a very, very stupid question, but I see it to be significant question with what we are doing here. Let me answer you that question. Richard Jumbo said, my brother in the studio is autopilot Nigeria government. A very, very important question. And the reason why you asked me this question is because you have heard autopilot telling you Obasanjo this, Obasanjo that, Soludo this, Hope Uzodinma that. That is the reason why you are asking me this question, because you want to, see if you will twist my brain. But this is leading me. This question you ask now will make me now to tell you something that you don't know. The reason why we call this constructive sabotage, an enemy, a politician don't mind to turn against themselves in order to achieve one goal. Politicians can turn against themselves in order to achieve one goal. If you don't understand it, go and check the history of politicians. Number two, about the question you just asked me here. If Eberima is, if the autopilot is Nigeria government, autopilot is Nigeria government constructively trying to sabotage IPOB, allowing themselves to be insulted by themselves. I want you to pay attention to what is going on here. Do you know that, two friends can claim that they are fighting just to lure somebody to come and join the fight, then they will turn against that person? Do you know that? Politics. It is called politics. Now, the reason why they present him, because they know they could not do it. And the reason why they chose him and they never stop him from, what exposition that he is doing, because they know that it is only thing it is only connection between you and him. The exposition that made you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to tell you, go and listen to him. If they stop it, that means they have stopped you from listening to him. That is a connection. That was the energy that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu used to say, go and listen to this guy, because of that exposition. That is the reason why the exposition still continue. How can Nigeria government now, how can you know that I will call people, go out there, you kill everybody that you need to kill there, make sure you kill them, knowing that nobody is listening? Knowing that nobody is listening, nobody is going to do what you are saying. Go and do economic sanction. They know that nobody is paying attention. It is undoable. They know the people whom, when they say it, it takes effect. The whole news in Biafra land and across Nigeria, they will carry it. They know the people. They know when these people, they know that when DOS come up to speak, they panic. But when Autopilot come up to speak, they support him, because this is their constructive way of attacking IPOB right now. You don't see anybody coming to tell you one Nigeria when we are broadcasting. You don't see them anymore. That is the reason why they are giving Autopilot their support, because they know that Autopilot is coming to use constructive, to be, use psychological ways to call for violence that will never happen. To call for violence that will never happen. Because they know themselves. They can even use Autopilot to sabotage a regime of somebody in Biafra land. They can use Autopilot to sabotage a regime of anybody in Biafra land. You have no idea what Autopilot stands for. They will now start sabotaging the regime of that person. That is the reason why we tell you, anybody who is a politician can never be trusted. Nelly Ofebu was a politician, or she's a politician. If I say was, it means I am lying, because she was a politician. Eberima in Finland is a politician. Of course, that is one of the reasons why he closed his Facebook. He, shut down his Facebook, because that politicians that we saw there, we have talked about, he does not want to remove it or change it, because if you change it, you will know that there is something dodgy that he's engaging. Therefore, they need to close this thing down. This Facebook exposed me for what I am. If I leave it and say, let me start correcting it, it will blow my cover. Therefore, let me shut it down. It is not blocking your space. Why do you have to close it? Even if Facebook is restricting you from doing one or two on it, why do you have to close it? Leave it until your Facebook jail time is over. Because maybe they can put you, if you violate their community standard, they put you in jail. There is something called media jail, Facebook jail. You will not have access to many features. After maybe 6 months or 1 year, they will be over. You continue where you stopped. That's how it is. So why do you have to delete the Facebook? Because you know that even your One Nigeria is there. Your One Nigeria pictures, you didn't delete them. Your everything, sponsorship of Nigeria, it was there. You don't know which one you will delete and leave which one. That's why you shut it down thoroughly. Because you don't want us to know who is your leader, who is your head, at whose command are you. Anybody that is not under the command of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, this command of IPOB, they are not, supposed to start making a decision using the name of IPOB or using the name of ESN. They don't have right to make that decision. It is like now we IPOB will start saying that we are also MASOP. We MASOP. We IPOB MASOP. We are now calling for Anambra to shut down. No. If you are calling for Anambra to shut down, call for Anambra to shut down as IPOB. So that if there is any consequences, it comes to you as IPOB. Because you did not join me because you saw that maybe there is something I am doing you don't like. There is somewhere you believe you want to do, or you want to be in the middle so that you will attract politicians' money. So that is the reason why there is difference between every group fighting for IPOB. And they have different formations. You cannot bring them together. If you bring them together, they clash. That is the reason why everybody respect their own, each other where they are. If you are MASOP, we will respect you. If you are IPOB, we will respect you. At the end of the day, all we want is Biafra. But as long as you will not be a MASOP trying to use the name of IPOB in order to go and commit crime, so just because you want IPOB down so that MASOP will be recognized. No, we cannot allow that to happen. We cannot. There is boundary. There is boundary. And that boundary must be respected. That is what we are talking about. Let us continue. So, Richard Jambo, they are working for Nigeria government, and they are very constructive in working for Nigeria government. Forget about them calling that Nigeria person this, Nigeria person that. That was what brought them into the struggle. That was what made people to start trusting them. The expose, if they leave it, Nigeria government is doomed to fail. That is the reason why they're carrying on with it. So that question, I believe I have answered it. Let us proceed.
And to protect your people in different approach, I have come this evening also to give a special thanks to all this group.
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell you that whatever you do, so long as you channel it to the restoration of Biafra
Mm-hmm.
and to the freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu,
Mm-hmm.
our prayers are with you. It does not matter who you are, what you do, how you do it. Anything that is going to be against Nigeria government, whether the unknown government, whether the known government, whichever you represent, so long as you are against this evil government,
did you hear that?
Our prayers are with you. From today, I am giving each and every one of this group a special shout out. It is as a result of your presence in our region, in addition to a tremendous job that our Eastern Security Network has done in the bushes. It is as a result of your presence that they are scared of us.
It is not as a result of unknown government that they are scared of us, because we are not part of us unknown government. I want you to separate, there is a difference between Ewe and Ewe. Ewe nwelu udaume, Ewe nwelu udaume, Ewe nwelu udana, ndị mere Igbo ọfụma. The difference between them is that we are under a chain of command discipline. Unknown government, even if they are doing something good or not doing something good, that is for them. If you want to appreciate them, recognize them on your own. don't stand in the name you are under the leadership of IPOB. Unknown government has not been proscribed in the zoo. They have not given money to United Nations and everywhere. They have not gone to convince them to proscribe unknown government, but they have given money trying to push them to proscribe IPOB, because we are the indigenous people and we are all over the world, so that we cease to make our voice to be heard wherever we are. That is the difference between us and every other group. So even if you proscribe unknown government, they are unknown government. You cannot proscribe somebody you don't know. But we are known people. We are known people. That is the reason why we must protect our territory. I hope you are paying attention and you understand the difference between trying to bring these two together. We are different people. We are different people. As if we IPOB will support, the killing in our land and every other thing. If the killing is for the rest, is something that is, in favor of this movement, we will individually, say we like it. If it is against the struggle, we are going to come out as a group to condemn it. That is how it is. That is how it is. We don't use our own to destroy anybody's own. Whichever group, how many groups that want to emerge to fight for Biafra, they are welcome. The floor is open. But as long as you are maintaining your lane, because we don't know your activities, we don't know what you planning to do. We don't know if you set up something in order to attract politicians to use you, So that is the reason why, if you are doing it, to concentrate and do it under your name, while we do our own under our name. So that is how it is. And you can never tell me different from that. There is no way we can be in IPOB and we are using IPOB, the platform you call that you're using it to preach IPOB under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to recognize unknown government and tell them that it is because of them that they are scared of us. Is it because of them that they are scared of us? Is it because of them? Is it not because of formidability of our people, resilience of our people, that they are scared of us? It is. So don't move the ladder. Don't move, don't shift anything to any, and that is the reason why you should concentrate on the one you support. Concentrate on it. If you recognize them on your own. If you are indeed IPOB, of course you are not. You are not. That is the reason why you have the right to do whatever you are doing. And the reason why we are doing what we are doing is because you are not part of IPOB. Therefore, whatever you are doing is to sabotage IPOB, because if they are proscribed, it is in your best interest. That is why we are doing what we are doing. We are not doing it because we are envious of you. There is nothing about you to be envious about. You are a believer. Anybody who envy a believer like you, ignorant person like you, that person is not normal. Believe you me. Let us listen. Let us continue.
And let me tell you, your impact is being felt everywhere. Do not listen to some idiot who will be going around thinking that Biafra is a business.
Have you now seen where he was going to land? Hey. Now, after trying to pin us with the wrong people, if we are faceless people, if you are trying to group us with unknown government, at least maybe it might not bother anybody. But we know ourselves, we are registered people. You cannot pin us with the people who carry gun, kill people, and you pin us together with them. And they are faceless. Now, you, after trying to sabotage us, to this, try to make us the evil people. Now you went ahead to say IPOB is not one man's business. So that is what you are trying to say. That is exactly what you are trying to say. IPOB is indeed not one man business, but IPOB will work under discipline. We work under command and control. Everybody is entitled to join IPOB as long as you know or you understand and follow the chain of command. You are entitled. Any day you decide not to follow the chain of command, you will be sidelined, because we don't want to. We are not doing a child play here. We are under a command that will give us freedom. That's what we are saying, nothing else. Let us continue.
Thinking that Biafra is a franchise or a limited liability company. William Aja, you are warned. You have been going around on social media slandering my name and tagging me all manner of names and all that. William Aja, I am warning you for the very last time. The first time I'm going to warn you publicly is this, and this is going to be the last time I will warn you. You have been slandering my name, calling me all manner of names on social media. You do not know me. I have never had anything to do with you. William Aja, I have seen your comment, and I don't know what you are doing here. Some of you will regret everything you have done against me in due time.
Hey, let's see what William Aja said that made you so mad. Let's see. Let me see if I will be able to see what William Aja did that made Simon Ekperima, your downfall. Simon Ekperima, your downfall is now or in now. Is it what makes you, but you will use fake account to come and say Chinasa Molu, Chinasa Bedbug Molu. So all they waited the giveaway. So it depends you. Do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Okay? Treat others the same way you want others to treat you. So it depends you when somebody call you Simon Ekperima, and that is what you are. Anybody who want to reap from where they did not sow is a Ekperima. That is what you are. So coming to give people empty threat, your threat is nothing. Okay? The people you are giving threat are the people who is supposed to be, actually giving you a warning. Let us continue.
I want to tell Soludo this evening that every plan you have to destabilize our civil disobedience, peaceful civil disobedience of Biafra people will hit the brick wall.
I hope you understand how freedom is fought. I hope you understand how freedom is fought. Now, remember, the first step was to campaign. Second step is to engage. Third step is now, or maybe second step is to negotiate. Yes, first step is to campaign. Second step is to negotiate. Third step is to engage. Whether it is violent engagement, whether it is peaceful engagement, the second step determines that, which is called something you called, negotiate. So now, when Soludo comes in as a governor, as a leader, whom we knew that before he was, come in there, he was preaching, the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to understand what about IPOB. The reason why so many of us, called Soludo and give him a friendly advice. And we call Soludo, we congratulate him and gave him a friendly advice. because I know that a lot of you, when you hear Soludo, you will believe that he is the one, without you knowing who this person is working for. Now, listen up. Let me tell you what is transpiring within IPOB and Soludo. What is transpiring within IPOB and Soludo? Soludo was one of the, aspirant that was, preaching for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Preaching for, to uplift Anambra. Preaching that he will put Anambra people first. Remember that what made us to, start fighting for this struggle is bad governance. And in Biafra land, while we are fighting for this struggle, if we see a good governance, we give them credit, because we are bound to give credit to whom credit is due. Now, Soludo came in with all his, motivational speaking, and he came in. We now give him our own motivational speaking. You cannot fight somebody who have not started fighting with you. You must only, start with campaign, which is we have given Soludo what we want. That is, now he will return it with negotiation. When that negotiation is returned, if that negotiation is not in line with what we want, we renegotiate, which is appeal. If he is still insisting, we now engage. That is freedom fighting. 3-factor of freedom fighting. You can never undermine these, areas, these steps. So now we have campaign and, welcome Soludo, because whether you welcome him or not, he is still there. He is going to be there. We welcome him because he was championing our cause before he came in. We gave him that. Now we are negotiating with Soludo while the infiltrator is there attacking Soludo. When Soludo have not done anything, even if he makes sentiment is part of negotiation. Sentiment is part of negotiation. After negotiating with Soludo, now if the negotiation does not go in our favor, we now engage with Soludo. It can be a peaceful engagement. It might be a violent engagement. You never know. So that is the 3 steps that you can never undermine. But because this guy is not disciplined, he does not know what freedom is all about. He does not know it. When we are busy negotiating, he is busy attacking. Are you paying attention? He wants to show you that he is more radical than every other person when he is nothing. It is just like those who don't have information which is secret, but because they want to make themselves relevant, they bring that information to the public domain just to make themselves relevant. He knows exactly that we are still negotiating. We have given them, presented to him what our request is. He's a new governor. He's a new governor. And he's a Biafran. He is, a Biafran. He preached, what we preached. He preached what we're preaching. So we need to, give him credit where it is due. Now, during the negotiating time, all parties need to watch each other closely. Watch each other closely. You don't come and start ranting on social media. Take your ranting to the Fulani first. Leave it on the Fulani. And the Devo Mahi, the ones they are using already. The one they have not started using, you don't know Uchonyanya Abasunni. Let us keep looking at him. Let us keep. We don't attack somebody who never attacked us. We are not violent people. And that is what you want to make us do. For everybody to see that we are, uncivilized people. That is your plan. We are not uncivilized. We are human beings. That is the reason why Umuchukwu writer, led by Ima Powerful, he said to Soludo, we are human beings, we are flesh and blood. We treat people who treat us good. All we need is for freedom of our people. We are not here to try to fight with our people. We are not here to try to destroy whom we are fighting for freedom. We are here to make sure that there is freedom for our people. There is safety of our people. That's what we are all talking about. So if he failed to adhere to what we have requested, then if we have a response, we are going to give to him. If he come to media to tell you different, because of course, autopilot that is saying that they are going to enforce it at home, they are not part of IPOB that is talking to Soludo. And according to Soludo, sit at home has been cancelled by the real IPOB led by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that he was calling there to make sure that he was released. So whatever sentiment he is making or statement he is making it based on the people who give instruction in IPOB. He is not making it based on people who bring sentiment in the media space, call themselves the disciple. So based on what you are, the countering of or the countenance you are seeing, or whatever you are seeing with Soludo right now, I believe that it is a autopilot game against Soludo. Autopilot game with against Soludo is what they are still playing. We are waiting to see the result of our negotiation. You are part of us, or you are one of us until otherwise. That is our motto. Indigenous people of Biafra, you are one of us until otherwise. Are you paying attention? We cannot say because you are a governor that you are not a Biafra. You are a Biafra. But when you want to use your governorship power or your power of your office to intimidate us, working for Fulani, then we will tell you, no, we cannot buy that. That is not what we are fighting for. That is when we are going to engage, respond to you. In any way that we can, we respond to you. That's how IPOB roll. We are not indisciplined. We are not uncivilized. Let us continue. I hope you have understood the reason why he started Soludo. I thought that if you send a message to somebody, you wait for a response. Or just because we send a message to somebody and somebody now sent a counter message to that person, and that person maybe is responding to the counter message, now you believe he is responding to us. When his response is out there, we will tell you what his response is with regards to, what we are doing, not with regards to autopilot, idiocy. Let us continue.
An attempt to militarize Anambra State will be met with a heavy consequences. And let me tell you, we are.
And the reason why this autopilot is doing everything that they are doing is to make sure that Soludo goes south, to start militarizing Anambra State. They are doing it to make sure that, black people will like challenge. Don't challenge me. You cannot wake up to start challenging a man that never challenged you. So because they understand that psychology, that is the reason why they started challenging Soludo from the big, challenging. Instead of trying to understand what Soludo is standing for, they start challenging him. Challenge. So that now he will accept their challenge and bring military. Of course, military, of course, you will protect Soludo himself, even if he's killing villages. Soludo will go on a convoy as a governor. Hope Uzodinma, have you killed him? Since you autopilot action man, go and take out Hope Uzodinma first. The one that we have seen that have committed atrocities and crime. Go and take him out first. Since you know that you can do something against people or governors. It is a common sense. It is a common sense. You are not guilty until you are proven guilty. You are not guilty. Are you paying attention? Up on the lawyer. He called himself lawyer. He called himself a military man. People that's supposed to work with intelligence. Let us continue.
Not here for political campaign. We are not here for political movement. We are fighting for freedom. It is called liberation. And let me also inform you that this is 2022. Freedom is very, very important. I was listening to the man they call Wike of River State, where he was bragging how he is going to take power by force. That power is not given, that power is taken. I listened to him, how this man bragged. A sitting governor was telling people that, give me ticket of PDP. I will take power from APC by force. That power is not given, but it is taken. If power is given in Nigeria and not taken, if power is taken and not given by vote, you can imagine how far we are going to go for the freedom of Biafra. We are going to take it by force.
Let me analyze that path. Power is not given in Nigeria, power is taken. How is power taken? The power in Nigeria that is taken, it is subject to who is the stakeholder that is involved. Just like for the first time, incumbent government lost to Buhari because America was involved. That is how power is taken. So Wike and his mouth making, he cannot take power if the stakeholders are not, have not negotiated with him and tell him what they want. He cannot take power. So he is bluffing himself. The stakeholders are the ones giving power in Nigeria. So now bringing it to our struggle, freedom is not given, freedom is taken. And there is a way in which you are going to take that freedom. You are going to take that freedom not through making the world seeing you as a bad guy, not making the world seeing you as a terrorist. In the quest of freedom is taken. Let the people that you want your freedom from call you a terrorist. It is fine. They can call you a terrorist as long as the leaders of the world have not seen you as a terrorist, because what you are doing, it is something that is in their constitution. It is something that is lawful. It is a just cause, because anybody you are fighting against will always call you an enemy. So if Nigeria called you just like they have called us terrorists, it is insignificant. It is null and void before the international community. Because international community, no matter how much they go to bribe people in the international community trying to make them call us terrorists, there must be something tangible that we are going to do for us to be seen as a terrorist. That is the reason why they go about trying to recruit a child in the name of their recruiting in ESN, trying to do all this rubbish. It is an agenda. It is a plan. It is a process. Because they want you to be seen as a terrorist. Because they know that the powerhouse of this struggle are the people in abroad. The powerhouse of this struggle are the people in abroad. So they want us that now, if you are in Europe, if you are called a terrorist, you cannot broadcast again in a radio under the leadership of IPOB. You will be taken immediately because you are a terrorist. That was the plan. That is the plan. Now, freedom is not given. Freedom is taken. But in this era of 21st century, freedom is taken with a principle. It is not taken with gun and bullet only. It is taken with a principle. Because the reason why you are into, you are not free is because of principle. They did not use gun and bullet and say now you are Nigeria. They implemented a principle, destroying the old principle. So we use diplomacy to implement our own principle. That is diplomacy that we are discharging right now, especially right now that our leader who is piloting the affairs of this struggle is not around. We can only apply wisdom. We can only apply diplomacy. We cannot call that shot that he is calling because he is not there. He is the one who knows the energy in which that he is using to call that shot. We don't have the energy. Just like I always tell you, the energy can only pass to next person. If anything happened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and there is nothing will happen to him. I saw him again today in my vision, leaving DSS custody, walking away, a free man. And it is going to happen. It is going to happen. It is very, very imminent. It is very, very imminent. For the second time in a month, it is very, very imminent. So we still take command from him as long as we are able to see him, as long as we are able to, hear from him, we still take command from him. That chain of command is not broken. They wanted to break it by force, but it is not broken. Let me tell you the chain of command, how it works. I don't know if some of you knows what is astral projection. If you may know what is called astral projection, or you call it out of body experience, OBE, out of body experience, where you will lay down, you will sleep, your soul will go out of your body. When your soul goes out of your body, it goes out. But that your body is there, your soul might be in America. Your soul might be in another place, but your body is in one place, in a room. That astral projection, the only thing that will make your soul to come back to your body is the silver cord. There is something called a silver cord that is between your soul and your body. And that silver cord, until it is broken, your soul will no longer connect you, locate your body to come back. Then you are dead. You are dead. So, as long as that silver cord between IPOB, chain of command, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still there, it is not broken. Nobody will tell you different. Nobody will come out and tell you we cannot take orders. Nobody, absolutely nobody will come and tell you we cannot take orders, because the silver cord is still intact. If the silver cord is broken, it means that somebody is gone. Are you paying attention? You have separated your body from your soul. That is whenever there is something happen to a human being, they break the silver cord, the soul goes different way, body stays still. For those of you who understand the, the analogy between my, explanation of astral projection and the IPOB chain of command. Chain of command. That's how it works. You can never deprive a soul from relocating the body if you did not destroy the silver cord. You can never stop IPOB hearing from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It's not possible. We are still connected. We are still connected. That's how it works. Command and control. You can never make away with it. Let us continue.
That is why it has become very imperative. All this division of this and that, this one is from here, that one is from there. And when you see that people are not focused, we don't recognize them. So for today, I can tell you that most of the group that are fighting for Biafra are focused, and they need recommendation. They need to be recognized. They need.
Why don't you go and join them? If they need recommendation and recognition, why don't you go and join them and make them relevant? It is very simple. Why are you using a platform that you are not part of to recognize another platform? Why are you doing that? This is called prejudice. You are using a platform that you are not part of to recognize a platform, another platform. That's what you are doing. So how can you claim that you are working under leadership of IPOB Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and then you are recognizing another people who are doing their own thing in their own way? And that way, you know that if we as a people have to do it, it will end up destroying us even before we begin. You are now using us to recognize them. Are you okay in your head, Mr. Lawyer, Mr. Military, who is supposed to be, very, very, sensible and intelligent? Your shame, they shame me, especially in a situation whereby they call you a lawyer, they call you a military. Your shame, they shame me. I must tell you that.
Need to feel, to have the sense of belonging. They need to know that the fight for Biafra is a holistic fight. It doesn't mean that only one group will get Biafra. We are still.
It doesn't mean that only one group will get Biafra. Yes, I concur with you. I concur with you perfectly. But each group should focus and do what they are known for. Don't use your own to spoil my own, or don't use your own to, to sabotage my own. Every group, they have their modus of operandi. Every group, they have their, commander. And the reason why there are many groups is because this person does not agree with this person. That person does not agree with that person. But you cannot claim that you are part of this group. You are still part of the other group. If you, like I said, if you recognize them on your own individually. Don't put the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You are working under the command of or leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or under the discipleship of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You are recognizing unknown gunmen. Are you mad? Are you mad? Who knows the unknown gunmen in international community to prescribe them? But we are known. We don't have connection with unknown gunmen. So you come in here to claim as if we have connection with them. It is a critical, it is a sabotage. Devilish one.
Fighting under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and I am a proud person. I am a proud indigenous person of Biafra.
Did you see it? Did you hear it? That is where the problem is. After your nonsense, you come and tell us under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why don't you tell them under the leadership of Simon Ekpa? Because you want to be leader. Why don't you tell them that they are under your leadership? Because they are not under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people that are under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still take command from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You that is on your own leader or your own commander, you take command from yourself. So if you want to say about all this nonsense you have said, you say it and say that is under your own leadership, but in Finland. Don't say under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody is Biafran, but not everybody is IPOB. For you to merit to be IPOB, you should, know about the command and control. That command and control is what is making IPOB more superior than every other person. More recognized than every other person. Discipline, diplomacy that we are discharging. So we are different from every other person. So we are not under the leadership. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not leadership of unknown gunmen or leadership of your Ekumeku or leadership of what all these wings that you are calling. We know they are there, and we are not against them because they are not against us. If they are not against us, we are not against them. So why do you bring it in a way that when I am doing this, it will look like we are against them? We are not against them. They have never used our name in order to do their activities. They only do their activities with their name. Now you want to bring it together and tag it under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is that not madness? Let us continue.
I'm a proud IPOB, and nobody is going to remove me from being an Ipob. Nobody.
Did you hear that?
I'm an Ipob, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is my leader, and I am the disciple. And by the special grace of God, I have added the spiritual son on Biafra, liberation, and restoration. If you don't like it, you can go and hit the wall or go to train, a moving train, and hug it. We are moving forward without distraction.
Yay.
Those who are gossiping and gossiping on social media, we are not ready to listen to gossip. Today, Biafra people have spoken in Anambra State. Let me tell you one thing. Soludo, the worst and the biggest mistake you will do is to pick up a fight against people that are desperate for freedom. Biafra people are desperate to get independent. Soludo, those who are pushing you now will not be there when it will begin to happen. I am promising Soludo that Biafra people will rise up against him. Anambra State will not contain him when the time this particular ant he is inviting will finally show up in Anambra State. We want to protect the life and property of our people, especially the life of our women and children. Soludo threatened the workers that if they don't come to work today, that they are going to sack them. And I have asked Soludo Did you not learn from Omahe? Did you not learn from Ugwanye? Did you not learn from Obiano? Did you not learn from the one in Imo State? Did you not learn from Ikpazu? Did you not learn from other governors who have tried to silence Biafrans and they did not succeed? Your own will be very disastrous. Soludo lied that every Monday, sit at home, Anambra State is losing 19.6 billion. Is a very big fat lie, which must be corrected this evening. Because when they begin to mention money, it is all about money. When they begin to mention money, you think everybody head will go to money. Anambra State is making 19.6 billion every Monday. What a lie. I do not know how Anambra State will lose 19.7 billion, 19.6 billion every Monday. I do not know which of the revenue Soludo was talking about. Today, we are going to address that lie and put it to rest. And let me tell you, we are not interested in your internally generated revenue. Even if you are losing 500 billion on Monday, we are not interested in that billion. Because for the past 50 years, we have not seen the impact of that your billions every Monday. Tell me, for the past 20 years, I'm not even going from the day Anambra State was created. For the past 20 years, how much have you generated in Anambra State? And where is the impact in the state? Anambra State is dirty. Ochanja market is dirty. You are the one who went to one of the market and say you want to start cleaning it up. Dirty everywhere. The same thing in Abia State, the same thing in Enugu State, the same thing in Ebonyi State, the same thing in Imo State. Everywhere is dirty. Southeast is the most dirtiest place in Nigeria. And you have the impetus to come and tell us you are generating you are losing 19.6 billion. Where does the money go? Individual pocket. Individual pocket. And we have come to tell you the only problem is that some of you do not know how desperate we are and how deadly we are going to be. You know, this this animal, very dangerous animal, that whenever.
Now that brings us to, how desperate and how dangerous we can be. That brings us to the reason why they claim they are in charge of ESN. That brings us to the reason why they claim they are in charge of ESN. So that when they begin to talk rubbish, how desperate, how this, how that, if there is anything reported, they will say these people that are in charge of ESN. That is the reason why they started telling you they are in charge of ESN. They will say, no, they are in charge. It is ESN. It is ESN because they are in charge of ESN, and you can see their utterances. If they can make these utterances in public, what are they going to do behind the scene? This man screen, this guy, screen, this guy is a very, very, cunning man. You are a very, very cunning man. As a commander of ESN, now you are threatening people. Otherwise, ESN will come out and they do the dirty. That is the psychology. That is the the message. In Finland, where your brain stops is where ours begin. If you don't know, just pick it up. Just digest it. Where your brain, stops is where ours began. In the name of we have taken over Eastern Security Network, and you respond in the public domain for people to know, yes, he is indeed. Whatever that happens that he says is Eastern Security Network. Meanwhile, he is in charge of them. Meanwhile, he is now raising funds for them. He is the one paying them. But you know that Eastern Security Network are devoted people. They devoted themselves to, to defend their land. You should put that at the back of your mind, so that anybody who comes to tell you they are in charge of Eastern Security Network, just in order to tag every criminality that they are they are talking about in the media, every violence they are talking about in the media space, if eventually, accidentally, if anything happen, if accidentally or non-government happen, then they will tag it on Eastern Security Network. That is the message. And that is the plan. Are you listening? And he went ahead, recognized all the unknown government group. First calling ESN as if he is the boss of ESN, recognizing them. Now saying that these people are there, anybody can do anything. Him that is in charge of ESN, according to him, he will now start calling for violence. Eventually, now, if it is now you are now start calling for violence. But now, this sit at home that you are calling for people to take it serious in Anambra State, I have never heard you calling for people to take it serious in Ebonyi State. Why? You will be the judge. Have you ever heard him calling for people to take this sit at home serious in Imo State? Calling for people to take this sit at home serious in Akwa Ibom? Calling for people to take this sit at home serious in Igodo? Calling for people to take this sit at home serious in River State? All those people, all those riverine areas. But every day, Anambra State, Enugu State, every day, Anambra State, Enugu State. If you have come here, to say sit at home, if you don't sit at home in Akwa Ibom, we are going to show you. And on that day, sit at home, you give us a picture from Akwa Ibom to make sure that they have adhered to your sit at home. If you are not calling for a River State people to sit at home, but you are calling for Anambra State to make sure they sit at home, what is that? What are you going to call that? Now, I am not against devotees sit at home. If you devote yourself, sit at home. We are not enforcing sit at home. Sit at home if you believe you want to sit at home in solidarity with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You do it in your own accord. We are not enforcing sit at home. So those criminals, that this guy is always talking about, which he might be their leader, according to him, they should go to Akwa Ibom. They should go to riverine areas and enforce it at home as well. Eme nwata ka emere ibi obi ga-adịkwa ya mma. Eme nwata ka emere ibi obi ga-adị ya mma. But every day, Anambra State, Enugu State, you have never given us a picture of sit at home in Ebonyi State. Why? Why is that? Why? What is going on, dog? Are you telling us now that there are people whom are supposed to sit at home at all costs? But 13 states is made up of Biafra land. Biafra land is made up of 13 states. But the only place that you people, autopilot you do, will talk about sit at home all the time is Anambra State, Enugu State. Why? There is something you need to find out about it. Let us continue.
He sensed danger around him. He will begin to prepare all the weapons around him. He will do like this, and before you know it, if the danger near him, the thing will begin to shoot them. That is how every Biafrans have prepared for Soludo. So Soludo, if you think that you can, be the Hitler of Anambra State, come on the 4th of April. Come, bring that to your military on the 4th of April. You have declared war. You are not the first to declare war against Biafra people. I want to tell you people that Biafra is here. What is happening every day is a referendum on its own way.
Every day, those that are coming to show you video, those that are coming to tell you that sit at home that is happening every day is a referendum. Why is people from coastal region not sitting at home? Why are they not sitting at home? Are they not part of the referendum? Are they not part of the people who need the referendum? Why are they not sitting at home? This is the ethnicity division we are talking about. This is the epitome of ethnicity division. Are you seeing it? That's exactly the things they have brought into this struggle to destroy the struggle. Let me tell you, Biafrans, whether you sit at home or you don't sit at home, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. Nigeria does not care about your sit at home. The only people that will care about your sit at home is people in Biafra land. If you want to make your sit at home more significant than Nigeria may care, you extend it to Lagos, the economic hub of the zoo, so that you will understand exactly what is going on. Not people whom their brain kewale one side. Rubbish. They will be telling you rubbish. So only sit at home you snap for us every day in Anambra and Enugu. Is the sit at home that will make changes. The ones that you people claim you are enforcing. Sometimes if you enforce it this side, if you have the capacity at all, if at all you have the capacity, of course you have ESM money. You can look for the, those, or like just like you are doing. Those people who are armed struggle, who are into armed struggle, give them small money from the ESM money. They would do whatever you are doing. That is what you people are doing. Nelly and Oyibo from the background. Because Nago when we're on, in no get mouth. If you want boy, errand boy of Nelly and Oyibo. Broadcaster of Nelly and Oyibo. They are your boss. You are their employee. And that is the reason why I am asking you, why can't you get those people, give the ones in Igodomigo the money to enforce it to sit at home since you have our money and you using our money for wrong things? Why don't you make the sit at home to go right around so that we will know there is no cheating, no ethnicity division, no ethnicity hate? Because on Adam Waka So what the hell are you doing? Every time you come here, you preach. Someone Anambra that is here will be clapping for you. You are enforcing sit at home in our state. Clap for Ekperima in Finland. But his state is going about their businesses. His mothers are going about their businesses. No one is disturbing them. Then you go to give me star. They are preaching sit at home. But Akwa Ibom is going about their businesses. No one is disturbing them. Is that not colomental? Is it not colomental? Ofu aka rụta mmanụ ozuo ụwa niile ọnụ na. Ofu aka rụta mmanụ ozuo ụwa niile ọnụ. That is how it is. You cannot come, you cannot try to start bringing your, what is it called? Some people, they don't need to go about their businesses, including the pure water sellers that depend on it to eat. They don't need to go about their businesses in Anambra because you hate in Anambra. They can go about their businesses in Ebonyi because you are from Ebonyi. That is the ethnicity division. Then in Akwa Ibom, they can do their things. Everything is in order, no problem. Are they not part of Biafra? That is where I am standing. And that is the question I am throwing at you, who is listening to this experiment in Finland and digesting all his stupidity. Are you normal? I am asking you, are you normal? If you are from Anambra, you are listening to his crap. Every time on the poor people that are dependent on menial jobs to survive, every Monday they sit at, they will be enforced to sit at home because he has your ESM money. Now, in Ebonyi State, every Monday they go about their businesses. In Akwa Ibom, they go about their business. In Cross River, they go about their businesses. In all those places, they go about their businesses. Only in Anambra and in the Enugu is feeling the spikes. Is it what we are fighting for? Is it what we are fighting for? No, it is not what we are fighting for. If you don't have the capacity to enforce the sit at home all over Biafra land, then you get out of here. You get out of here. It means that you are calling for what you cannot handle. That is something you people need to, ask yourselves. Ask yourselves. Everyday picture from Anambra Enugu. No picture from Ebonyi, no picture from Imo, no picture from Akwa Ibom, no picture from Cross River, no picture from River State, no picture from any other place. Let us continue. Let us continue.
We are not even ready for Nigeria to give referendum because we know they can never do that. But we are going to take this particular freedom by force.
You are not ready for Nigeria to give referendum. You are not ready for Nigeria to give referendum. Then what are you fighting for? How are you going to take it by force? Eberima in Finland and all your gullible followers, ask this guy, how is he planning to take it by force? Since he's not ready for them to give him referendum. How? I am with wise people. That is, of course, there is no wise people following autopilot. These are people, the people, my passerby freedom fighters. Passerby freedom fighters. And of course, career freedom fighters. They are the ones following this idiot talking rubbish. You are going to take it by force. How are you going to take it by force? By staying in Finland. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, before he started talking like you, he went to Nigeria. They treated him like shit. He went to Nigeria. If you are his disciple, you're supposed to go and he started his preaching from Nigeria. That is the reason why when he calls the shot, whenever he speaks, every spirit in Biafra land will start waking up. Because he started it there. He went to where the problem is. He began his preaching from there. That is the reason why we are listening to him. You have never come to Biafra land. I don't even think that ever since you have gone to this, your Finland, you have ever come back to Biafra land. If you were cursed that you left Biafra land, another thing is that you will, you will be in Finland sitting on the ESM money, then you will be there commanding. You will never take it. You will never do this. You will never do that. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu only left the zoo after the zoo sent the military to go and kill him. If they did not send the military to go and kill him, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was not leaving the zoo. He was going to continue doing what he is doing in Nigeria. But they now, but you have never done anything significant to this struggle. You have never contributed anything to this struggle. All you contribute is, sabotage. Okay, let me give it to you. When you began your exposition, which is, another way of getting into the struggle in order to destroy the struggle. Let us continue.
We will take it by force. I want to inform Soludo that the war.
How can Nigeria give you referendum? There is somebody who asked a question here. Taribo Johnson, Janjaweed, a serious Janjaweed. You think Janjaweed is all about that you are Igbo man, you are not Janjaweed. There are people who call themselves Igbo or Calabar or Isong or Igodomigodo. They are Janjaweed, mixed blood. So don't see yourself because you are find yourself in Biafra land that you are a Biafran. Some of you are mixed blood, Janjaweed. How can Nigeria give you referendum? You see, you are Nigerialist. You people are confused. People Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be free. People Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be free. You doom. That is to show that you don't know where we are going. We told you what we do. We campaign. We let our voice, our demand be heard. Second thing, we negotiate. Third thing, we now engage, maybe violent or peaceful. Referendum must come. It does not matter how it comes. When we come to that bridge, we cross it. We are not going to tell you a secret of what we are going to do next. That is why we are IPOB, only believe. Janjaweed mixed blood. We are IPOB. We cannot tell you what we have in stores in our map, what to do next. That is the reason why we are disciplined. Okay? We are going to follow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. None else. None else. Until otherwise. So for now, relax and pay attention, because your empty brain will make you, if you start distracting like this, you will not learn anything. Rather, you will be there writing rubbish. And you might write it to the extent that it will trigger me to block you, throw you into the dustbin. That is exactly the way it is. If you don't know where we are in the struggle, you ask questions. If you don't know whether we are still campaigning or whether we are negotiating or whether we are, going to engage next, if you don't know, you ask questions. If you are qualified to get that answer, the answer will be given to you. If you are not qualified, you get out of here. That's how we do it. Let us proceed.
Is on, and he can never win this war. I wonder why Soludo should focus on sit at home, because the Fulani.
You went ahead and say, if not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who knows you people, animals in human form? That is to show that you are a very, very ignorant and bogus claim to be Biafra. Your claim for Biafra is bogus. You are a fake man. You are a fake man, a Janjaweed. Now, since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made us to be known, you are now supporting a criminal who was known because of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who went ahead and tell you that the orders of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is inconsequential or null and void. But you are telling us that if not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who knows you? When you're supposed to ask me this question, that is the reason why I say you reason and you write like a janjaweed, mixed blood. Because we know Biafrans, they reason, they are intelligent. If not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who knows you guys? When the person you're supposed to be asking this question is this boy in Finland that is claiming relevant, that is claiming what he, acting upon what he knows that he does not have the capacity to do. If not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who knows him? If not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who knows Eberima in Finland? Answer me that. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made all of us irrelevant in this struggle. But I can assure you, he made all of us relevant in this struggle. When it comes to other things, there are many other ways, which is not necessary for me to start talking about here. So you need to go and ask your criminal autopilot. If not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, will he stand on the media now and he will be talking rubbish? And that is, he knows that because it was Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that made him relevant. That is the reason why, even though he is fighting against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he is still acting as if he is with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, so that he will still be relevant. That is the reason why Nelly and her cohort will come and tell you Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is this governor of Abia State at that time, or whichever governor that made them, that was paying them, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu used the money to go to school in London or in UK. Or Josokalo. It is Nelly's and the cohort. It is their initiative. They made Agaba to bring it on, including Eberima in Finland. They concocted it. They will say, now let us just give them this, so that they will start getting used to us insulting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because show me your friend, I will tell you whom you are. If you know that you are not with them, curtail them, cancel them in your life. Tell them that you are not with them. You cannot, because you are with them. You are with them. If you are not with them, if you are not, doing all these things in order to insult Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to make Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's position questionable, if you are not there to do that, when you hear Owa Agaba, Kesu Omalika Abatete, those things are very, very beautiful to compare with the Owa Mwefu. You are not with them, but they come out to insult your leader. They come out to insult your leader. You did not come out to condemn it. You did not even have the decency to say, I am not with you guys with all this your late activity. So since you are autopilot, you tell them you are not IDUU. We are autopilot because you don't believe in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's command and control, or you say something else. Instead of condoning them, still working with them, still doing program with them, they go ahead insulting the one you call your leader, the one that makes you relevant in the social media, the one that if you stop using his name, nobody will see you, nobody will know you. They insulted him. You did not say anything, but you are now migrating or graduating from disciple to spiritual son. Imara onye bụ your spiritual father. Onye bụ your spiritual father wee Ekwensu. It is Lucifer, Delilah, and the harlots that are your spiritual people. It is not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
Told him, since other governors have failed, do everything with intimidation to stop the sit at home. Soludo is not a very smart person. I'm very, very serious. Because somebody like me, I learn from what happened to others. I learn from what happened to others. I will never allow something to happen to me for me to learn. Today, Soludo Awugbo Biafra people in Anambra State have spoken, and if Soludo want to rubbish himself again, the next coming Monday, he can try something and see how it will go.
Because Soludo is not PDP, your party. Soludo is not PDP, your party. Why don't you go and question the other governors? Why are you? Because it was recently that Dave Umahi, your brother, lost his governorship, lost his job, that you people started, countering him, started, talking against him. The last exposition you made on Dave Umahi was 2020 or 2021, beginning of 2021. Before you now bring yourself fully to show us whom you are. You did not make another exposition on Dave Umahi. Prior to the time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, he came and said there will be parallel, group that will come to counter IPOB, which is you. After that, you people got mad because he exposed that he is working with you. At the end of the day, he lost his job. So there is nothing for you. There is no position for you or anybody you are working with. Now you turn against him as well. You start preach about him 1 or 2 days. Is there no somebody that is supposed to take office of Dave Umahi in Ebonyi State? There is somebody there. So why don't you start engaging with that person as well, to make sure that sit at home is always adhered to, according to you, the sit at home you are talking about? Let us continue. Somebody say none of you. It is the same Taribo. None of you have said who betrayed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see the corruption. Can't you use your tongue to count your teeth? That is the reason why I call you Janjaweed. You see the reason why I call you Janjaweed. That is to show that you are a Janjaweed. You can't use your tongue to count your teeth. If you saw something like this coming,
Probably changing the name.
You saw something like this coming.
He raised the alarm on live television that new groups may emerge in the region to counter the secessionist agitations of the indigenous people of Biafra. The governor went on to describe the two separatist groups in the region, which are Ipob and MASOB, the movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra. The governor said MASOB had never issued threats in the region. Ipob, on the other hand, has been issuing threats and says he fears that if Ipob does not call its people to order to stop the threats and killings, other groups will rise up to counter it.
So I called Chinasa.
Now other group will rise up to counter it. Now listen to the other group, how they wanted to rise up. They want to use the sign of IPOB to rise up. Listen to it.
We were on the phone for hours. It was early morning my time here. So I called him. We spoke at length for hours. And this is my conversation. Basically, the bottom line, I told Chinasa Nworu that I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. So, and he asked me, what does that mean? I say, I cannot tell you exactly what it means, but I know I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. when the people of Biafra reject DOS, it means the spirit of Biafra has rejected DOS.
Now, motivation.
And he asked me, how possible? How do I know? I said, I don't know, but this is what I am seeing. This is something that is going to happen. And I want us to find a solution, to figure out what we need to do. I was on the phone with Chinasa for hours. I told Chinasa, this is exactly how it's going to happen. And then when it happens, our people will be kind of hopeless. They wouldn't know where to turn to. We need some kind of structure. And then Chinasa asked,
we need some kind of structure. Who sold Mazen Namdekan? Who Talibo mixed blood? Who have you who are in your mind now? Will you let it go? Why would they need some kind of structure when Mazen Namdekan already have a structure? They believe that they have taken it out of the way. Now builds a new structure. Who sold Mazen Namdekan? Eberima in Finland boss. Nelly Ofebu and Oyibo. They went ahead and hijacked money of our IPOB in the name of they are in charge of ESN. Now listen, how they created an account in the same month Mazen Namdekan was kidnapped. Now come to announce that Mazen Namdekan approved this account. 27th of July 2021, they created Umeri account. When was Mazen Namdekan kidnapped? Or when did you start hearing that Mazen Namdekan is being renditioned to Nigeria? Or can't you use your tongue to count your teeth? You can't. The same month. Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence? And now, after that, they come to tell you, we need a kind of structure to damage the one, to take, because they know when they scrap the structure, DOS structure, they have scrapped Mazen Namdekan out of the way. So who sold Mazen Namdekan? A simple question. That you, Taribo, if you know that you want to prove to me that you are not mixed blood, our people, Isifana Kwako, our people, they have that is what I am asking you. Answer it. And we proceed. And we are bringing this program to an end. Let us finish with this. Let us listen to this. We will continue that exposition on that video tomorrow.
Asked me, so what do you suggest? What do we do? I said, since you're in charge of the ESN, and since we know that Chukwuokike has rejected DOS, because I told him, I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. It doesn't matter how it's already happening. I told Chinasa what we can do is to try to figure out, maybe we can try this.
Remember that they have already told themselves that they will release media warriors, pay media warriors that are broadcasting for DOS, pay them money, because what we are doing is devotee, is what we are doing here. No one pays us. So when someone sum up to start paying somebody because they are hungry, and the reason why they join what we are doing here is to make themselves available for people to pay them. Now, that person will now start telling you what to say. They started using the media warriors, the same people whom they know that they are doing work, that people recognize in this struggle, they start buying them, in order to turn them against DOS. Start cooking, bringing up, teaching out things, concocting lies against the DOS to make sure that that prophecy of Delilah, the one she claimed that Elohim told her, will come to pass. And that's how it is. That's how it is happening. Because you are gullible, stupid, and you are janjaweed. You don't know Anyan and Ellen and Kalalala. That is the reason why, after seeing all these things, bringing them together, you still look at yourself. You call yourself, we are autopilot. You are not autopilot. You are janjaweed. You are a janjaweed. Fulani malu aja bata ben negi tuan negi megi. That is how it is. You cannot tell me different. During the time that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, everybody was, we were emotional, we were confused, but it didn't take time for the real people to pick up their pieces from where they left it. You that is a Janjaweed, you claim you are 100 men. You have never picked up your pieces because you are not part of this. You are just forcing it. You are just forcing it. And that's how it is. Listen, because we are closing, we are concluding. And we are live and direct. We are live and direct. We are live on Twitter at Judge Money C. We are live on YouTube at Judge Money Blog Africa. You should subscribe on YouTube in case if say Facebook is trying to suppress us in some kind of topic, you will watch from YouTube. Of course, we are live on Facebook at Judge Money Blog. You must go and follow the page. You should click notification button. You should click on the notification button so that whenever we come online, you will be notified. Because if you are not getting notification, that means you have not clicked the notification button, both on YouTube, both on Facebook. That is how you will get us online as we continue to dissect the zoo and their cohort and everybody that they have placed in the name of household enemy or in the name of infiltrators. These infiltrators, they came in, they form household enemy. Eperima is not a household enemy. He is an infiltrator. It is those people that was fired in IPOB that they are the ones who are the household enemy. So that you will get something very clear. You will get something very clear. Oba Ike, from you are watching from YouTube. Simon Ekpa don't enter Black Book of Our People. Sad for him and his generation, of course. Very, very, intelligent comment. Look at this Taribo Johnson. Freedom stands for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We will never forget him without Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You people go to Rook. Now, I ask you a question from what I presented to you. Who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? You are still here writing rubbish. I am talking to you, Taribo Johnson. From what I have shown you, who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? If your brain is intelligent. From what we were showing yesterday, when Nelly Ofebu, one of them that, in the account that they have removed, told them that he should want to go to Nigeria to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And they denied it, they refused it, they block it, because they know that she's already investigating them. It was investigation. She suggested that she must buy drone to go and see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. To make the people stupid. Because now, when I first of all heard about the drone, it sounds stupid to me. But when I heard the whole story, that's when I realized that the drone issue was where she want to get in. To make them, to think, because maybe she want to make them to think that it's invisible drone. To use it to know their reaction. And she saw their reaction, that they were the one who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, floated him Umweri account from nowhere. Tell you Mazen Nnamdi Kanu give directive that all the money must be transferred. Where is the voice where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that? No one gave you any, voice note or anywhere Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that. No one. But we showed you where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told you any account that is not recognized by Nenayanya is fake. But they didn't show us where he said otherwise. And all of you believe it. Who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? The answer is left for you to answer. If you are intelligent, if you are an IPOB. Janjaweed, I heard that's what I've been waiting for. You said fuck you. Wow, that's what I've been waiting for. Let me send you to hell. Motherfucker. Let me send you to hell. You can go and change another account and come. We'll have a conversation. I thought that you are reasonable Janjaweed. I thought that you are Janjaweed which can repent, but you are a Janjaweed that can never come around because you have crossed the Rubicon. Stupid Janjaweed. Ndamal offense to be mefa. Ndeji, Usman Damfodio initiative to be mefa. Generation to generation, they call themselves Biafra. Let us continue.
Instead of saying DOS, we can change from DOS command to ESN command. And he asked me, I said, since you're able to speak to the people, and then as long as ESN is concerned from this side in the diaspora in DOS, you are the one in charge. So maybe from there, we can start there to address the people. But definitely, that DOS has been rejected because there's a demonic hold on DOS. I said there are people who has done real terrible things.
Now, let us forward this a little bit.
Must not announce them the winner. How can Mazen Nnamdi Kanu now be the one, because of Atiku and Obi, he called off this particular boycott of election? Everything is not all right. Wow. Fulani with their foreign counterpart, they did everything to make sure that they cover the election and they rig the election. And today, they are still in court. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is always ready to give a second thought. Today, we are not that type. In the absence.
Did you hear that? Now you have heard it that it is anti-Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Anti-Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is always ready to give a second thought. Today, we are not like that. We are not going to do that. Then he will go ahead and use a lame reason to confuse you, to say, as long as he is in DSS dungeon. Let us hear it.
Of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we don't negotiate with anybody. Today, you think that when you capture and kidnap him, Biafra is dead. So I am telling you today that as it stands now, we are not ready to negotiate and discuss with anybody. Our main goal is that no election in Biafra land going forward. I swear to God, election can never take place in Biafra land.
Hey, you swear to God. Look at this monkey. You swear to God. Hey. What a clear although no on the politician rope aligo. That is the reason why you are swearing to God. An overhyped rookie. You know what he is? Overhyped rookie. The reason why he is telling you guys exactly what he wants you guys to hear. Ekwensu can quote the Bible, but interpretation is over the bar. Ekwensu can quote the Bible, but interpretation is over the bar. That is what is going on here. An overhyped rookie. He is swearing to God. As if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, his prayer is for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to keep being there. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is saying that will be no election. So it means that even when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, you will still be calling the shot. Are you paying attention, Biafrans? Even when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, he's still ready to call the shot. He's talking. Is there any election coming in Biafra land now? Is there any election coming by next month? Is there any election coming by 2 months' time? Is there any election coming by 3 months' time in Biafra land? Please, somebody answer me. For you to know his wish for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. His wish for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. In us swear to God. In us swear to God. Hey! You swear to God, but you couldn't swear an oath. You couldn't take an oath so that you will continue this what you are doing. You could not take an oath. But you are now swearing to God. Maybe you will say oath is against your Catholic belief. But today you are swearing to God. Is it different from taking an oath? Or because you know I swear to God, maybe you believe, you know it does not work. Because there are many gods. There is sun God, there is moon God, there is star God. Which one are you swearing to? That is the reason why when we call upon him, we call him Chukwu Okike Abiama, who lives in heaven. The one we know. Not the one in Docha Wetelai. Are you paying attention? There is difference between Ebon and Ebwe. You are not willing. You are saying there is no more election in Biafra land. Is there any election coming out in the next 3 months in Biafra land? Because if there is any, please, somebody from comment section, please remind me which one. So that we will know how long this boy wants Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to last in the DSS dungeon. Please, somebody remind me, is there any election coming up in Biafra land? Use it to calculate how long this Eperima in Finland want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be in the DSS dungeon. I rest my case. I rest my case. I am going to leave it here today. We will continue tomorrow afternoon, possibly, where this one stops, except if we find something, more important to talk about. Because the reason why I am doing this, is because this guy is busy colonizing you with his motivation, with his lying tongue. The reason why I am doing this, I am decolonizing you. I am an African decolonization activist. I am decolonizing you from from the words of his colonization upon you. That is the reason why I bring his word and decolonize you from it. That's what I do. We cannot allow ourselves to be enslaved by one criminal from nowhere who is Mr. Nobody. We cannot. We cannot. Let me see if there is any election coming out in Biafra land very soon from the comment section. Now, let's see if there is any election coming up in Biafra land. Let's read this one. Just morning, when he swore the election recent. Okay, when he swore the election, or when he swore an oath, the election or recent election in Anambra State has not taken place, but election took place. Therefore, his oath is nonsense. Oh, he also sworn an oath during the time of Anambra election. Did he also say that? Is it what you mean? So, that is exactly, there is no election coming up in Biafra land. There is no new election coming up in Biafra land. Maybe in the next 1 year, or maybe in the next 6 months, I don't know, or 8 months. This is how long he is wishing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be in there. Short on if on a coil in a media, if on a coil in a media, autobugia. Hey, if on a coil in a media, on a toya in your mother. Nwanza na-ele ọkụ si na ya na-ịra mmanụ na-eme. Nwanza na-ele ọkụ ọ sị na ya na-ịra mmanụ na-eme. Ọ ife na-eme here. Ọ nọ na-ele ọkụ na-efiri na ya na ọ na-ara mmanụ. You are producing oil. or you are shining. Mad people everywhere. Let me see some comments because I will not have time, or if you want to call, I can take one or two calls. The number is rolling on the screen. I can take one or two calls if you want to call. Otherwise, let me check some comments. Let me check some comments. Then we'll move because we have stayed 3 hours plus here. We need to move. We need to call it a day. Simon Ekpa, you will forever pay for this. Of course, you will pay for it. Terrible. Of course, I have flushed you into the toilet. You are in the toilet now. You will soon become Fulani country. While you people busy fighting for top ranking and who is going to win the fake people, who is going to win fake people. The fake of you is huge. It's very, very huge. Your fakeness is very, very huge. Of course, you know that you are a Janjaweed. We don't invite Janjaweed to come and, discuss our problem. We know how to handle our problem, just like the way we are handling it now. Simon Ekpa is Simon Ekpa as a showman. If you ever graduated from a law school, you will have shown us your graduation picture. Of course, that is a good one. Of course, you know him. He said he went to office of a president to submit a memo or memorandum of request or whatever he claimed, but he didn't show us, when he was in the office of a president, knowing that he's a showman. Oh, if I need or one white man, soon that this one is the one who jailed Chastello. If I need he jailed Chastello, but now our case in international community, they are not giving us update. Just like Bruce Finn every day come and tell us international community this, that. But none of them have given us update. None. So that is how it is. That is the way to brainwash a black man. They started with presenting a white man. Then you will say white people, they don't do crime. They can never camouflage, but you don't know that they are the people who invented crime in this world. Let us continue. Eperima want to bring killings in Anambra State as like in Imo State. Yes, that is exactly what he is constructively calling for. He is constructively calling for that. You see how we engaged Soludo. Even every wise person from international community, wise person from anywhere will know that we IPOB, we are civilized, we are disciplined. All we want, we are fighting for justice for our people. We are fighting against injustice. That is the reason why we engage like that. But an illiterate who does not know where to start, who does not know freedom fighting, how it is being fought, they will come up and start, their first approach is they will start with a war. They don't know the process. They just want to be leader. Power mongers, warmongers. That is what this Eperima in Finland is. Warmonger. That's what he is. And we have brought this program to an end. Great Biafrans all over the world. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be released no matter what the enemy do or say. This time around, we are going to court. We are sure that, victory will be ours. Except if Nigeria, of course, if So of course the people that are around, you know, the judiciary, or people who works in judiciary, they should understand, of course, that they are trying a ghost in Nigeria. They are trying a ghost, and we are going to make sure that we push Kenya government to make sure that they now do the right thing. Because our leader came for a tourist in their country, they could not protect their tourist. So if they are not able to protect their tourists, that somebody could come from another country, use a plane and come and kidnap somebody, use a plane and fly away, that shows that people are not safe in touring in Kenya. So it's part of the things we are going to present to the world. So it is better for Kenya to do the right thing. They must do the right thing. Because this, what's transpired now, you know, I don't know what to call it. If you say you are not involved, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Very, very important. Great Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom. It is very, very, you know, imperative that we continue to do what we are doing. We continue to do what we are doing. We continue to fight until the police arrives. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is rest assured. No one must tell you different from that. No one must come and tell you election will come before they will, you know, no one must tell you different. He must be released, and he is going to be released. That I can assure you. Because we have won this battle. And the way we are doing it is the best way in this time that we are into. The best way. Diplomats, diplomacy, best needed. Anybody who tells you different is a criminal. We must remain resolute, formidable. We remain uncompromisable. And Chukwu Okike Abiama will give us strength to be so. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the chain is already broken. It is already broken. That ugly place they placed him. They placed him in a very, very ugly place in the DSS. But the chain is already broken. He is coming out. Very, very optimistic about it. But until we meet again, stay safe. Stay informed. The reason why I always tell you to stay informed is because those that were not informed, autopilot, you know, captivated their minds, and they start talking from both sides of their mouth. That's how it is. Stay informed. Shalom.